Yeah, I'm going to send it live first, and then I'm going to get the comments all set up for you, right?
Okay.
All right.
So I guess we're live now? Maybe? Maybe not.
Drove the car like a chicken.
So basically,
are.
as long as you don't peek,
We
I
are
think
live.
you'll be able
All
to
right,
avoid
here we go.
crackling. All right.
Waiting
So-
for the comments to pop up. We're live.
We are live.
Yeah,
I
he just
believe.
said we're live.
He just
All right.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Howdy, howdy.
As you can see,
Hello.
oh, sorry, Morgan.
Yeah,
okay.
there we
As
go.
you can see, Anthony's
feed.
not here.
Right.
He's
He is
still
sick.
sick. He showed up for a little while today to see what gifts were in his office, but then he went home again because he's sick.
He's still really sick.
Is he coming to dinner tonight?
I doubt it.
Okay.
He was talking with his doctor, and apparently his doctor wasn't even sure what he had.
Yeah.
So
we probably
It's
think it's
unfortunate.
it's
Some
terminal.
kind of virus.
I'm pretty sure it's terminal.
oh my God, don't say that.
Pretty sure. I'm gonna say
We
it is.
need Anthony
I'm gonna
around
make
here.
a prediction. Anthony has at least 6 to 9 months to live.
Oh my God.
That's my guess.
All right.
But I'm not a doctor,
well,
so
okay.
this is
Noted.
just me making a
Just a
guess.
guess.
It's just a guess. How many?
Oh.
What do you think?
Hmm.
We could take bets on this.
I think he's got a good year
macabre.
left.
At least a year,
Yeah, I think.
like 12 months, 13 months.
I would say
11.
12. I think he'll at least make it till New Year's of next year. I think he'll make it to 2020. I think
Well, that'll be
that's-
nice because then at least he'll be able to get married and he'll have a couple
Exactly.
months of honeymoon. Like,
And then she'll be widowed.
Bliss.
God, you're mean.
well, that's what happens when you marry someone who's got something terminal.
Jeez.
He got worse when we were in Orlando when we came home.
It's true. He actually said he felt worse after we got
He
back
got
versus
sicker.
when we left.
He
so-
had antibiotics and he got sicker.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Oh man. Okay.
But you know what it was? He's been admitting he has not been using Fisherman's Friend.
It's the only. It's
That is the
only
one
cure.
thing. He goes, I've been doing vitamin C, I've been doing orange juice, I've been doing all this stuff, I've been taking medicine, cold medicine, all this stuff. And I said, you have not
Well.
doing a daily regimen of Fisherman's Friend. Am I right, people?
Well.
All right.
Well then.
Anyway, let's get into this. Dane.
Okay. So, up at the top of the comments, Kyle House coming in hot. Can you please talk about how extensive the skills validation test is and what it covers for the IDA certification?
Yeah, I'll just turn that over to Dane. Go ahead.
Boom. Well, yeah, because I know all about it because I'm totally part of the certification committee. Oh, wait, that's you.
Okay. So Dane's going to be taking the CD this year. Morgan's going to be taking the CD this year. Morgan will also be taking an SV later this year as well. So this is good for both of you.
Yeah.
The certification, so the Certified Detailer Test, is a series of 10 tests, and every test kind of picks a different topic. So one's like health and safety, one's chemical, one's paint, one's washing, one's wheels, interior, stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's what that covers, and that is a knowledge test. So that is just to make sure you know things work or that there are processes.
So what you're saying
Standardized. A lot of it's very standardized.
Yeah.
So anybody who's been detailing for even 6 months in a shop should know how to answer these questions.
should be
Doing it for a
comfortable.
job. Yeah. One of the great things about like a CD and a day event is they basically go over like a primer course
Yeah.
of what's going to be on the exam. And then you can take the exam. Or you can take the exam online at the IDA or the-IDA.com. And you can, that's an open book test. So if you need to Google stuff, you can Google it. Like you can take the exam.
Yeah.
Cost is about $200, and you have 2 years on that
So it's good for 2
certification. It's good for 2 years,
Oh.
but in those 2 years, you have to recertify by taking 8 hours of continued education. That continued education is a number of items. One, if you attend Mobile Tech and you attend any of the classes, so let's say you spend the entire day and you take 8 classes,
Including this guy's.
you can knock out your certs for your recertification for those 2 years in one trip to Mobile Tech. Or you can maybe do like 4 classes and then take the day off or whatever, and then the next year do another 4 classes and use those as your certification.
Sure.
Or you come to any educational training around the country. So If you come to the rag company when we're doing an open house and we've got PNS here, or we've got Rupes here, or we've got Flex here, or we've got Lake Country here, or KXK, those count as
Very nice.
furthering education. The other thing is their third Thursday of the month on the IDA, you get, you listen to a webinar. Those webinars, if you listen to them live, are worth 1 credit. They do them every third Thursday of the month. Also, every backlogged webinar you can re-listen to. They're about an hour. That's worth half a credit. So there's no excuse not to keep your to be able to get to your recertification, even if you can't travel to Mobile Tech or come see us or go to a shop or something, but you have access to be able to keep your certification active.
8 hours spread over that period of
8
time.
hours
should be
over 2
very
years,
easy
24
to
months.
accomplish.
Very simple.
Yeah.
So that's that, right? So that's your CD.
Yeah.
Skills validation is, so CD is an actual like written test. You take it. It's working on the knowledge that you have in your brain, right? Skills validation, the way I best describe it to folks is basically I'm a customer. You are the detailer. I'm going to be asking you questions. Who, what, where, why kind of stuff.
And you guys actually have a
products.
card there that you're like
We
going
can't,
around.
yeah. And most skills validation, we do it with a vehicle and we do it with a selection of products on a table for each thing. It's 4 exams: interior, prep, wash, finishing, and paint correction. And paint correction isn't necessarily like how good you can do. Can you wet sand with 1500 and bring it back? And
It's
it's none of that.
competency.
It's competency. You're right. So some of the things that we talk about is making sure you know the difference between 4 types of stains. What's the difference between a tannin stain, a protein stain, an oil stain, and a dye stain? And then what products, based on what we have here on the table, will remove those? Very simple. If you're not skilled in it, but you have good knowledge and you can kind of work your way through it, depending on your SV or depending on the RT giving the test, then you kind of learn, you can kind of like,
Sure.
we can help you along if you're, some people just get caught up in themselves.
Yeah. Just a little caught up in the moment of like, ooh.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like I said, the goal is I always tell them, like, just pretend I'm the customer. Show me. How are you going to clean my seats? Well, what kind of, and I say, I got leather seats on a King Ranch, 2004 King Ranch. Oh, well, you have uncoated leather, so I wouldn't be using this product and this product. I'd be using these products. Okay, cool.
But in
Check mark.
fairness, the King Ranch people are like the only ones.
Right, but I mean, but that's how
Left.
that's basically the questioning that we're going to be
Yeah.
asking. Like
Yeah.
when I go, hey, I want to, what's your wash, clay, and wax consist of, and why do I have to clay the car? You explain it, and then you go, and I go, well, could you demonstrate? What do you mean?
Yeah.
And then I've got clay there, or I've got a clay mitt, or I've got clay lube, and you show me what it does.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. It's very, very simple and easy. We were able to get 13 people combined CDSV'd this year at Mobile Tech, which was pretty dope. So very simple, easy to do. Shout out to Tasha at AM Details. She has been detailing for 7 months, and she got her at CDSV. So pretty
Yeah.
badass for her to do.
Seriously.
So thank you, Tasha. It was an honor. So that's basically what it is. IDA certification, same thing. Or SV. Once you get SV'd, it's basically wrapped up into your CD. So when you redo your CD, your SV goes along with it.
So to cut this short, but to make it clear to people who don't understand these acronyms, what do the acronyms stand for?
CD is Certified Detailer. SV is Skills Validation.
Simple.
Yep. And I am an RT, which means I'm a recognized trainer.
There aren't too many of those.
There aren't. And in case you're wondering, I am the co-chair of the certification committee for the IDA. So that means that me and Kyle Clark, along with our committee, basically accept new RTs as well as redo testing for CDs and SVs. We rewrote the CD exam this year. We're going to be adding some added tests for marine, motorcycle, and RV certification. So guys and folks can take those as well, just to add, maybe an extra check mark to your certifications.
Sure.
So that's stuff we're working on. If you are a current IDA member and you want to join the certification committee, just send me an email, levi@theragcompany.com, and I will get you in on there. And then next year I will be the committee chairman. So I will be taking over
Boom.
the chairmanship for that. which
Mr.
is
Big Deal. over
Pretty
here.
rad.
Yeah.
Pretty excited. So,
All right, let's get
all
some other
right.
questions.
Dr. Sudsy, can't wait. Woo! Well, now you're in it, dude. Sharuka, sweet dreams, brother. And Anthony drove that car like a chicken because it's $225,000. That's how it is. Oh,
Let's
Patty
see.
at Veteran Detail. You guys, welcome back to the north. Thank you, brother. We were welcomed back with 26 degrees, snow and ice. It was beautiful. So nice to be
Right on
back.
cue.
I was actually like super excited to come back because my wife was complaining that it felt like it was too warm and that winter was over, and she was getting kind of sad.
Oh.
The winter was over, and then when we got up that morning, I was like, well, it's 22 degrees outside and it's snowing, and she was like, yeah. I was like,
See,
this
that's
is
me,
super.
and I feel alone
Yeah.
every time I get excited
No,
there's snow.
that's-
Everybody else is like, you're weird.
No,
Stop
I
it.
love it. So, and my wife got a little snowflake tattooed on her this week, so that was cool.
Oh.
All right, Mad Wax, are you guys going to get the guitar in the online store?
That new Optimum product.
Yes, we will once we place our order.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned.
Yes.
I know you guys don't sell it, but why do you not talk much about Rupes as a system with their pads and chemicals? Seems like you would be leveraging the engineering they took the time to do. We do, Kyle.
We actually do.
We have a lot of videos utilizing all the Rupes system. I'm going to be at Rupes next week with Anthony. We're going to be working with all the OG guys and get all that figured out. But the Rupes system is a unique system.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we don't talk a lot about it is we don't sell Rupes.
So we don't use it as often.
We don't use it as often. But
But
it
there's
is a-
absolutely nothing wrong
Yep,
with it.
it is
Obviously, it was engineered to work
Oh, yeah.
with those things. So you know what you're going to get when you're
Yeah.
working with it. That's
Yeah.
the beauty of it.
Last year, I went to Puerto Rico as a trainer for Rupes with 3 of the guys from Rupes. So
Yeah.
we are, in like Flynn with them.
Yeah.
But we do not sell Rupes products. So we are touting the benefits of what we have.
Yeah.
That's
well,
all.
it's based on experience
Yeah.
from these guys' own work. So,
There you go. All right, Dane.
all right. We are down to Kyle House. Oh, wait. We
No,
already did that
Kyle.
one.
Kyle
Okay.
commented a lot. So.
Seamaster GMT, it looks like. Oh, watch fan, perhaps?
Mm.
All right. Hello, gentlemen. Levi, will you please talk to the viewers about the discussion you and I had today about dryer balls?
What'd up, dude?
I
Yeah,
think it would
we
be
did.
helpful to others as well.
So Seamaster GMT called me and basically said, why did you say don't use dryer balls?
That
My
was a hot
reasoning,
topic. A lot of people.
So my reasoning is microfiber is a bunch of hands and fingers. Okay, it doesn't need to be fluffed because it's going to fluff itself against itself, basically, while they're all hitting each other, and that's it. The dryer ball is going to beat up those fabrics a little more and damage them a little more. Also, if you're reusing the dryer balls that you're using with fabric softening agents, or you're using dryer sheets or anything like that, after you've done regular laundry and then you're just taking your microfibers and you're throwing them in, and these dryer balls, after being in high heat with clothing, they're covered in fabric softener.
Yeah.
So now you've got a little thing with microscopic levels of fabric softener, as well as the inside of your drum is coated with fabric softener. And it's just basically covering your towels.
It does
So
affect.
It does affect the towels. So what I always tell folks is don't put those in. And also maybe take some paint coating surface prep or some power clean and just wipe down the inside of your drum, especially after you've done a load of house clothes and stuff, because that fabric softener does stick to the inside of the drum. If any of you have ever
You just don't
stuck
want
your
to
fingers
cross-contaminate.
inside that and like touched it, it's got a very waxy feeling to it. So clean that stuff off. Make sure the inside of your drum is clean, because that does affect, because again, microfiber is a bunch of hands and fingers, and they're just going to grab and touch everything. And that means the fabric softener that's like stuck to the side of the drum, it's going to clean it off.
Yeah.
It's its job. It's doing its job.
Yeah. You just don't want to, contaminate with that film.
So that's why. So
Yeah.
obviously you can use a dryer ball, but again, for me, why do you need to keep beating up your towels that much? They don't need it. It's not going to make them any better with it. So just don't put it in there.
All right. Let's have Morgan read the next one.
All right, and Kyle says, "Oh, and you guys all rock. Keep up the great work and videos. Thank you for all you do."
Thanks,
Thanks,
Kyle. Oh, Morgan gets the next one too, because that was way too easy.
Has anyone tried foaming Ferrex on wheels or the paint?
We have.
Anybody?
Yeah, we've
A
actually
lot.
done that a number of times.
Yeah, that's fine. It's totally safe for it. That's what it's designed for.
Mhm.
Ferrex is designed for wheels and paint. It's
And
to
it
remove
foams.
iron stuff. And yes, it does foam, David.
Yep.
So have at it. Have fun. Kyle, I really like how CarPro Inside has worked on fabric and leather seats. Is there a single optimum product that would be an equivalent? Looking to use more OPT products. So I don't know what CarPro Inside is, but I'm assuming it's a fabric leather cleaner thing like that. So for carpets and fabrics, there's Carpet Fabric Clean and Protect from Optimum. And if you're looking to clean leather, Power Clean diluted 30-1. Also, you can use ONR to clean leather. It's totally safe and awesome. And then there's leather protectant that you can put on top.
You can
It's
use
good.
ONR to clean virtually anything, as long as it's
Yeah,
not
'cause
something you're going to be like.
It's
eating
fully
out
pH.
of
It's
or-
totally pH balanced.
It's
so
it's much safer and more gentle than a lot of other
pH
cleaning methods.
balanced for a car, but
Yeah.
soft enough for.
We'll work on that tech line.
In the training sessions with Morgan, Hansi, will there be paint chip repair also? I would love to see how you guys deal with those. Yeah, we picked that hood because there wasn't a lot of paint chips because the previous hood we found was peppered with it, and Dan, and Anthony didn't really like the look of that one.
It's
so.
it's a little bit of work, but you know what? I'm sure we'll find a situation where we'll get Morgan to use some Dr. Color chip or something. You know, get the feel for it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. All right,
'Kay.
Hans.
Kyle, by the way, I just ordered from you Scan Grip iMatch 2, cool, TLC Compound, and OPT TPC.
Nice.
Can't wait to try them. Nice. Enjoy it.
Good choices.
Good setup.
Yeah.
Also, been using the Dry Me River as a hot tub bath towel. Works great, but kind of grabby on the skin. Would the Pluffle be a better way to go that is just as effective? You can. It's probably still going to be grabby.
Yeah, I mean, it's microfiber.
It's
so there's
soft.
an
Have
element
fun.
to it,
Enjoy
but-
it.
Yeah,
dude.
I would say, if you're feeling with the waft wave of all those is the least grabby. So, yeah, that's probably just because of the longer fibers of the Pluffle.
Yeah.
You may feel more of that sponginess. So,
Morgan.
just an FYI. All right, Morgan, next up.
All right, so Ethan says, not sure if Anthony will be on the stream today, but he deserves a massive kudos for standing in and answering Matt's questions like a professional in that video. Not an easy guy to be interrogated by.
You know what?
Yeah.
That was a fun video. And the
He wasn't
comments-
interrogated. You guys didn't know. We staged all that.
Oh, yeah, because people think we fake stage all our videos.
Yeah. Dude, we
okay.
practiced. We had so many takes. We did so many takes because it was so you can't make that stuff up.
Okay.
Oh, no, we can. That actually all
Okay,
happened.
No, Dane's
Let's
freaking out.
let's put it this way. That was all a single take.
That was all a single
The cuts
take.
were just because it was too long. And Matt edited the video, but I'm the one who shot it. So I'm the cameraman holding the camera as we're filming the whole thing. And it was exactly what we thought it would be, which was great
perfect.
because I wanted Matt to go hard on that.
Yeah, and we
but
said
at the
that. We were
same
like,
time-
Matt, whatever you do, don't make it easy.
Yeah,
on us.
don't make it easy. He likes us, but at the same time, he's not going to pull punches. He knows
No.
his audience. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to ask the questions I think they would ask. And it's totally fair. And there was some funny stuff in there. I
That
don't
was
think
great.
enough other, companies are willing to frankly, take a beating if there's something that,
Yeah.
if something doesn't work for somebody, to go there and to actually be like, all right, I'm going to give you our time of day and we're going to work together on this. And at least, show why we feel like it's a worthy cause.
Yeah, well, and it's and like I said when I prefaced the beginning of it, this is why we carry them.
Mm-hmm.
There was a problem that I wanted a solution for.
Yeah. It's not arbitrary. Your hands don't like trigger sprayers after a while.
Yeah,
This solved that problem.
that's all. I want to be able to
And-
use product, and I still want to be able to work
So
on stuff.
naturally,
so that's why we
I'm
found something.
very annoyed when I see the comments of gimmick and hype and all this stuff. It's like, come on, guys, you're not even paying attention.
No,
the
and,
people who commented that
like I said-
didn't even watch the video.
Well, and I even
swear.
said that. I said, yeah, you can go to Home Depot and you can get a cheap sprayer.
Yeah.
It's
bug sprayer.
not
cheap,
gonna work.
Yeah, it's different.
It's
They're built differently.
They're built differently and they're cheaper. They're not designed to hold that. They don't have Viton seals. They're not designed to hold certain products. Or you can go to Worth and spend $65
More than the IK.
for a smaller sprayer
Yep.
that burns through like 18 ounces of product.
But
Like,
because we're
So
the
that's
ones
where
who's-
I came at it. I came from a cheap one that I tried, and I was like, okay, this works, but it's not, there's just not enough pressure. Then I got a really expensive one, and I used it, and I was like, it just doesn't hold enough. And it's not ergonomic. It still hurt my hands to hold it. So the IK, when Anthony found it, he was like, it's really comfortable. It's really, like, he was so,
it solved all
he
the
was
problems
so excited when he found them.
that we were facing.
Yeah.
So it
and
made
it was like,
sense.
cool. I held it, and I was like, this is nice. It feels good.
And
it's
the
well
foam
made,
was a
and the price was
cool perk.
perfect.
I
Yeah.
mean,
the
yeah.
foam was just a perk. I was going
Yeah.
for a multi. That's all I cared about.
You're going for the ergonomics.
Anthony found the one that foamed. He was like, dude, you can foam out of these, and it's pretty nice foam.
And the whole and just to answer this, the whole reason you want to have foam on the go, like, don't have to wheel out the pressure washer, don't have to do that. Sometimes you don't have access to that
Well,
stuff.
and like I said,
Sometimes
when we
you
first
don't
got
want
'em-
to deal with that
Yeah.
stuff. The length of the video that Matt had with us walking through the
It
dilutions
was amazing.
and stuff,
It was an hour-long video.
somebody looks at it and goes, "Oh my God, that's such a tedious process." Well, you know what? That's because we were doing a give and take and walking through
Yeah.
it with Matt. So Matt looks at something and goes, "I don't like the way that foam looks," even though you and Anthony know perfectly well that's going to clean the wheel, that's going to
Yeah,
do the
it's
job.
gonna
But
work.
it wasn't visually appealing enough to Matt.
Right.
So that's where we said, "Okay, we're going to get it to your level, and then we're going to see what we can do to fix that." So basically, it was a give and take. And I think a lot of people just go in there with their biases built in and don't actually look at what's happening. They're just so blinders on, like, "Oh, I hate this because it's popular and I don't like it." You
Yeah.
know, there's that attitude, and it just goes in and
like,
screws up
what
the
you guys
whole
don't
thing.
know is like, we've been friends with Matt for a long time.
Yeah, I love where somebody said something about, like, "Oh, are you going to slap Anthony?" It's
Yeah,
like, what?
No, we had
What?
just gotten done eating pizza in Matt's kitchen.
Yeah.
I ate a copious amount of the cinnamon twists
Oh,
Yeah.
from Domino's. I ate a lot of those.
Yeah.
And we got to play in Matt's ice machine, which was
Mm-hmm.
really cool.
So for those who don't know, also Anthony got to drive Matt's GT3 RS, which I imagine he doesn't just let people do.
Exactly.
So, and that's not to
and
brag.
we got to watch
that's-
a movie in his theater.
And
we
once
went and
again,
watched half
this-
a movie.
None of this is to brag. None of this is to
No, it's just to
be
show
like
you
a
guys that
holier-than-thou
we're all
thing.
friends and we're good friends with him.
The point is to show
and we were
that
there to help a
it
friend.
was a genuine exchange, and people can disagree and still be friends, and that's okay. He's looking for something different.
Yeah.
That's fine, but there's also a reason why we may support or carry something, because it makes sense to us, and we know
Well-
there are people who could use it.
Well, and the biggest thing is he's a distributor of ours.
Yeah.
So we need to be
People
able
forget that, too.
Like, he's a distributor of ours. His towels, he sells our towels.
Mm-hmm.
So he had asked, hey, I'm thinking about the IKs. I'd like to bring in foamers. That was just a question he asked. So we sent him some foamers. He had a problem with them. The difference is he's one of our distributors who has a big YouTube following.
Yeah.
So we try and talk to him over the phone, like, try this. And then it was like, it still didn't work.
Yeah.
So lucky for him, we're going to be in town.
Yeah.
We'll come see you. We'll come fix it, make it work for you. And he
he's-
was like, awesome.
And he's stoked
I'll
'cause he
order
gets a
pizza.
video out of it, too,
Yeah, I'll order
so-
pizza. This will be great. And
Yeah.
it's a hangout. And it was a great day at Matt's. Like, that's the thing people need to
I
understand. is
love it because it was authentic. It
this
was
is customer
genuine.
service 101.
You can't do better than that. Like, that shows you the real. Like,
Yeah,
it,
there
it-
was
it was
no-
there, warts and all. But you also understood if somebody didn't like something, Matt explained why. He
Yeah.
felt like it wasn't quite what he was looking for, and Anthony said, "Okay, great. Well, we can accomplish that. Let's go back to the drawing board here. Here, easy tweak. Oh, look, now it's the way you want it."
Yeah.
And that's one of those things. Is like somebody who has experience with that. Anthony didn't have any kind of prep for that. He went into it completely blind, except
Well,
knowing he's dealt with.
I was
enough of
originally
these
gonna
kinds
do
of
that
things
video.
he could do it because Anthony was feeling so
Yeah,
sick. he
I was
almost
going to do the
didn't
video
it.
for him. And then Anthony really, like, after Matt was like, well, I kind of want Anthony to do the video because Anthony is the one that does all the IK
He's
stuff.
like Mr. IK, yeah.
And I was like, that's what I want too, because I'd love for Anthony to do it. But Anthony had just burned himself out from doing all the other videos that you guys had back to back. So that's why I'm in the beginning of it. And then Anthony just felt was comfortable to just do the rest of it. So I just backed off. Like, that's why I'm in all the back shots. Like, that was because Anthony had it. He handled it. He was amazing at it.
And
His
that's
back
why-
and forth banter with
When
Matt
somebody
was
thinks that
perfect.
Anthony was stumped or something, he was never stumped. He heard something and he went, "Okay, I haven't heard that one in a
Yeah.
while, but I know what to do to make it work."
Yeah.
And he had a solution. I see people saying, "Oh, it's an excuse." No, it's an answer.
Yeah.
And that's simply
It's an answer
the way
to
it
the
goes,
best of his ability.
from his own experience.
Yeah.
So
And when he
takes from
doesn't know
that.
anything, he looks at me and goes, I don't know. What do you think?
But he's never going to look at you and
Yeah.
BS you about something. And
Yeah.
that's one of those things that drives me nuts is it sucks to be accused of something when you didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
how
just the
you do
internet.
it.
All
So,
right. Let's
yeah.
get back to some
Yeah.
questions on the internet.
I'm the video guy. Take it personally. Okay.
All right. Kyle, sorry for all the questions. You guys are awesome. Tell Dane I watched all the travel videos.
Oh,
He does an
man.
awesome job with those.
Thank
Kyle,
you,
just
dude.
made his day.
That really did, actually. I feel better now. Oh, all good.
Good suggestion, Kyle. Getting fancy there. Paluffa would be a great towel. It would be a fancy towel. So, all right. Riley S. I'm Levi's age. I've been detailing for a year and want to do it for a side gig. I want to get some real training before doing so. Any suggestions? Was thinking esoteric for the small class size. Yes, esoteric is a great spot to do some training. You can check them out. You can do Rennie Doyle's training in Big Bear. He also works on the business side of it as well. But, you know, he does request that you've done a couple other trainings or something else beforehand just to get the basics if you haven't had a lot of experience in detailing before you take, like, think of Rennie's as like a bigger, better class for that level.
Sure.
So yeah, really good. So Delphine, hi, I protect my paint with Sonax spray sealant, the Colonite 845, then bead maker. Can I wax it again in a few months, then put bead maker again, and so on? Is the Sonax still useful then? Thanks.
There comes a point where it's diminishing returns with adding
Yeah.
so many layers of product. But there's also benefits to using a layer or two here depending on the products. Like, not everything plays nicely together, but I know that, Levi, you got some experience with different, topping agents.
Yeah, no, you're right, though, Dane. You answered that. Good.
Diminishing returns,
Yeah.
basically.
But yeah, you can still use bead maker on anything.
But just like the way BeadMaker looks on top of stuff.
Yeah. All right, Morgan, next one.
All right, so we got Dan, who is actually one of our grandmasters.
Hey, you know Dan.
So he says, hi from the UK. Hopefully I can catch some of the live stream while on my break at work. Are you planning on attending Waxstock this year? It would be great to get down and have a chat.
Yes.
We are, dude. We are hopefully all going to be there.
I was going to say, Morgan might even be there too.
Might even be there.
So, yeah, we'll all be there. He'll have hopefully all of us. At this moment, that's kind of what we're planning on, is to get the gang down there. So you'll get the full TRC effect.
We haven't done that yet, so that'll be cool.
So, yeah, you only get that at SEMA. So, but Waxstock was so much fun last year. Jeff and I thought we got to bring the whole gang.
They also knew if they wanted any good videos, they got to have me there.
Well, we kind of needed,
my
we didn't. I kind of suck taking videos.
It's okay. It's personal. It's genuine.
I was trying to send stuff back, like as I was walking down, like getting off the airplane, like doing things. Like
I remember Anthony was giving us such a hard time. He's like, "That's a great picture of a building. Where are the people?"
Yeah.
He's like, "You're not in it.
Yeah.
We need you in them. That's what people want to see."
yeah, it's what can I say?
Yeah, but yes, Dan, we'll be there. All right,
Plan on it.
Chris, Marcial, are your glass cleaning towels really that good? And what's the difference in your line of glass towels? Well, I'm glad you asked. There are a number of different glass towels in our lineup, and it's not just because we love making glass towels. There's actually reason behind each one of them, truly. And the way you have to look at our lineup, we got a ton of different kinds of
6 glass
microfiber
towels?
towels, and glass are no exception. However, each one is there because it suits a different subset of people. There's different preferences out there, and we found that each one of those really, makes at least a certain group of people happy, and they may not like the others as much, but they found the one that works for them. So we have those core, towels that work for them. So basically, the traditional glass towel as you know it, other than just a regular microfiber terry style towel, if you're looking at a glass towel, it's usually got that kind of sheen. Those are generally known as like a herringbone weave, as Levi's talked about before. And those ones, they grab. So not everybody's a fan of them. I happen to really like them because I know the finish I'm going to get with them is really, really good. It's probably the best for like a super streak-free finish. However, there are trade-offs to that. It grabs, you got the dry drag like Levi's talked about. But there are other kinds of towels that kind of give you a little bit of a balance. It's kind of like, do you want a car that's overpowered, underpowered, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive? There's different options, but there's a different, one that's right for everybody.
Yep. So that's why we make those 6. And like I said, they're personal preference, man.
Yeah.
If you want, buy one of each and try them out and see what you like, and then pick what you want. But
I would say quick answer: the diamonds.
diamonds
probably
are basically the easiest to use.
they're going to be the ones that don't drag as much, but they're still going to give you the look you're looking for right off the bat.
What drying technique should I be used with the Pluffle? Is it a pat dry type of thing? We have a video on drying with the Pluffle. It's one of our first videos we ever made.
There's a towel in that video we don't make anymore.
Yeah, the avalanche. It's basically a massive eagle.
This is a big eagle.
It's pretty dope. It's 20 by 40 eagle in white. But
You
yeah,
had different facial hair then.
And I did. I had my beard then. That was weird. So yeah, no, dude. The beauty of the Pluffle is it's because of the long fibers you can wipe with it. So you can pat dry, you can drag, you can wipe, you can do everything with it. That's why it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So Ethan Sickles. Well, Chris, I don't think the manufacturer's towels will say they aren't very good. They also wouldn't sell them if they aren't very good. That's right.
The point is we wouldn't sell them if they weren't very good. However, we do have reasoning behind everything we carry.
That's right.
Just ask us.
Not everybody likes it. So
yeah.
Vinegar in the wash every time or only when towels feel they need it. Extra rinse so you're not using vinegar towels on the paint. Corey, you can do whatever you want, dude.
Yeah, I don't think you need to use vinegar every time.
Yeah, and if you want to do extra rinse, go for it. Yeah. So, Hans, that took long. I've been waiting for days. Sorry, Hans.
We were busy.
Yeah.
All right. Carnuba, hey, that's your people, Morgan.
Yeah.
Say hi to the TRC Grand Ambassadors. Yeah. So, TRC Grand Ambassador, hope Anthony feels better. Thank you, Carnuba Detailing. He is not feeling better right now, but, knowing that
Hopefully
and hearing
next week.
that, I hope he does. So
You're right, Hans. That was the first sign. I knew Anthony was sick. He was wearing long pants. Not a good
right?
time.
Weird.
Not a good sign. Not a good time either. All right. Anthony has a year left. Red Eye Adventures. Good thing you got to drive Matt's GT3 RS. Well, that's kind of one of those Make-A-Wish kind of setups that thankful for Obsessed Garage for doing that for him. No, we're just kidding. He doesn't have a year left. He's just making up stuff. Al. Hey, Dane, Levi, and Morgan. Just wondering how should I clean my tires that I coated with the new Optimum coating? O&R wipe, or is it safe to use Power Clean? I don't want to remove the coating. Morgan has some experience with that.
Yeah.
You've been playing with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you
answer?
found?
What do you think?
I normally just use like an O&R wipe because my wheels and tires haven't got super dirty. Obviously, because we've had pretty mild winter here.
A little slushy out the other day, but
And you've always kept your tires fairly clean all the time, so
yeah,
you didn't have the browning like Anthony had on his tires.
Yeah.
So to get that browning off, would you suggest using Power Clean?
I feel like you can.
You have to.
You have to.
That's right.
If you got to get rid of that browning, that's the way
But
to
if you're
do it.
looking to clean, so if you clean your tires that you coated with Optimum coating, you should only have to O&R wipe them.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's what I thought he meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because you have to get all the brown stuff before.
you have to do that
Yeah.
first. So
Yeah.
He's saying he already coated him. He
Yeah.
just wants to make sure he doesn't hurt it when he's
Yeah.
cleaning.
So
it.
the only way to remove it is mineral spirits.
The
So
coating?
so don't be mineral.
Well, no, you
spiriting
can wipe your
tires
can.
until
It's not going to hurt it. If you want to reapply it, put mineral spirits on your
Don't
tires.
do it unless you want to reapply.
Don't do
Is
it
what
unless-
I'm getting at.
Yeah.
All
Brian
right.
Menenchi, can you compare O&R and Uber rinseless? Brian, you can do a Google search and you will
There's
find
actually a lot of comparisons.
a ton
out
of
there.
videos on that. I will tell you two things. O&R is the champion. Uber has silicone in it. So that's all you need to know. All right,
a
just started a GoFundMe for Anthony. Hope he pulls through. Thank you, Corey. He will appreciate that. Most of that money will probably just go into his Civic that he's going to soup up.
Oh,
How do you remove bead maker? Very simple, Sean. You use Dawn dishwashing detergent or Power Clean straight. Wash the car with Power Clean.
Basically, you need a stripping
It's the
agent.
stripping agent will take it off. It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So
Basically, maybe he's just looking for something. It's like, I don't want to use something that will remove it, or that kind of deal.
Kyle House.
Is that the Rupes Mark III in the background? I'm ordering one the day they come out. Can't decide if I should go for a 15 or 21. I have a Flex 3401 VRG and a 3-inch Swirl Killer Mini.
It is.
Yeah.
That is a Mark III.
If you
It's
don't,
one of only 3 Mark IIIs in the world right now, or in the U.S. So we got to send that back to Rupes.
but not yet.
Not yet. But yeah, dude, get the 15 if you're going to get one. If it's going to be your first Rupes, get
The
a 15.
15's like the do-it-all. That's
the
going to be
best.
the one that's most versatile.
Elevated shine. The side effects of that sketchy energy drink he brought y'all a couple months back. It's catching up with Anthony. How he feels.
Oh, man.
I think it did. I think it covered, did something to him.
Blinker
So-
fluid, the long con.
Yeah, yeah.
Corey, Levi, favorite polish for picking up a bead?
Oh. Well, I don't pick up a bead anymore, dude. But I used to pick up beads all day long, and I would use a product called Ebony. I really liked using that when I'd polish. The other one was Glacier. It was from B&B Blending. That was a very nice glaze. But what I like using on the Rupes is ceramic. So I use the Rupes rotary, and I like the yellow foam with the ceramic. I can pick up a bead well with that, and you can polish really well. So
Yeah.
that's it.
So that goes back to using the Rupes products with the Rupes if you want to.
Yeah. And yes, David, what kind of face masks do you recommend with applying ceramic coatings? Is it a 3M N95 mask sufficient? Basically anything that protects you from organic chemicals and VOCs is what you want.
It's
So
got to be specifically
basically, if
for
you're
those.
painting is what
Yeah.
you should be. If you're painting cars and you need to have something for that, for laying clear coat, you should probably use that same mask and filter system. You can go to a car, like a auto body paint supply store, and pick all that up. They'll help you out. So, Carnuba Detailing. Do you know anything about the hardening agent in Bead Maker? Because this stuff is pretty crazy for a polymer sealant, right? Dude, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So, you can go back, listen to our podcast with Dave Phillips, the father of Bead Maker.
Title is all about bead makers,
yeah.
straight from the chemist. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
just talk to him on that.
very useful.
And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay, there we go. All right.
Whoa.
Kyle, when is your next big open house? I'm going to make the trip from Oregon.
Dude,
Kyle, we do not have that on the calendar yet, so please follow
you know as much as we
Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. We do have stuff lined up. Dylan is coming back at the end of the month.
We definitely have a lot
End of February, he's coming
up.
down, but we're not going to probably do an open house. We're going to go visit Charlie Hutton and do videos with him. And then we will have Rennie, Bob, and Dave here at some point in March. We'll probably have an open house then, but we still have to get the dates locked in. And then in April, we're going to have the KXK guys, Brian Guy from SwissVax.
It's going to be crazy, man.
We'll have David Patterson from Lake Country, and Dylan from Rupes is going to come back for that as well, and Connor Harrison. So should be a pretty cool, fun group of guys. It should just be a party.
Well, a lot of first-timers, too, that have never been out this way.
Yeah,
So,
we're calling it, basically April Fool's Day. So we're going to have some fun with them. But yeah, so that's one of them. And then we've got a lot of stuff. We want to get Ivan out here. We want to get Jason out here again. We want to get... we'll probably get Matt from Scan Grip out here. We're going to have some fun. So it's still new. It's still January. We got to get this stuff figured out. So,
Yeah.
All right. JJ, which UV protectant product would you recommend for refinished headlights? Steps I will be taking: wet sanding, 1,000, 1,500, 2,500. Sandpaper, M105, M205, IPA, wipe down in between steps. Thank you. All right, dude. Here's what's up. If you're going to coat headlights, I would recommend you pick a actual coating or clear coat that is designed to fit on top of the polycarbonate headlights.
That's what the headlight housings are made
If
of.
that's what it's made of. One is you can go to our website, pick up lens coating that is for refinished headlights. That's what it's for. It has UV protectant in it, all that stuff, and it's designed because you've removed the factory finish off the headlights. You need to apply something. You cannot remove the factory finish and just put a coating over the top of it or a wax or sealant. You can, but because you took the protective coating off, that headlight is going to deteriorate at a much faster.
There's a reason
angle.
specific products are designed for specific substrates, and we've learned that from different.
Yeah,
chemists
like
at
if you've
this
got a
point.
new car and you're coating it and the headlights haven't been refinished, you can coat those headlights.
Yeah, it's just
with
not
the
going to
coating.
last as long as something properly made.
Well,
for that.
no, like it'll work because it's the substrate.
Oh, sorry.
It'll
I
be
was
fine.
I was thinking like when
If it's
you
a
use
brand new car,
like gloss coat on a
yeah, brand new car, and you put gloss coat on, you can gloss coat those headlights.
Right.
But the moment you sand off that finish,
Exactly. Yeah.
then you have to use a polycarbonate specific or glass specific coating for those lenses.
Right.
So keep that in mind.
JJ asking the right questions though. That's good.
All right, Morgan.
All
All
right.
John
next
Waterford.
One, we got favorite interior towel for dash and interior trim pieces. Favorite for leather.
What do you like?
Yeah. What have you been using around the car? The M3.
I think I have 365s that I use for.
Those are kind of the do it all.
Yeah.
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 That's what I think I use.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. The other one you could use is like the interior mitt. I use 245s too.
Yeah.
To clean. So
Those are like the dirty job towels. I
yeah,
love those
but the
things.
365s are a nice towel for
Oh,
interior stuff.
365s.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
At home, that's
245s.
all
though,
I
yeah.
use though is 365s for everything. So
Yeah. If you had to have one towel to do everything, that would probably
if
be
you
it.
if you could only buy one towel,
Yeah.
that's what I recommend you buy.
It's
'cause
not
it
the
gets everything.
flashiest, but it gets the job done and it
Yep.
does it well.
Yep. All right, Dan Harney, Fisherman's Friends are made up from the road for me in Fleetwood, Lancashire. Good to see them getting over to the States.
Well, they're popular with us.
They've been
tell you
in the
that.
States for a long time. Your parents used to use them when they'd sing.
Yeah. That was back in the late
Before you were
70s,
born.
early 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
been around for the
until
while.
89, so.
However, we only get the original flavor
Hmm.
and at the cherry. That's it. So these came
Neither
from
of which are that.
these came from
tasty.
Europe. Thankfully, our friend Lars from Color Lock sent all these to us. So
Lars picked the right ones.
Yeah.
I love these mint ones. This one right here. Yeah, these mint ones are awesome. They taste like mint chocolate chip ice cream to me.
there you go.
But I'm also, a little crazy.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's definitely that.
Morgan doesn't believe any of
I don't like any of them.
them. No.
They're
Yeah, those are
too-
kinda
they're
gross.
too much.
They're extreme. Yeah. They make Altoids look like child's play. So
These icebreaker
Those-
duos are
those
my
are
new
good.
favorites.
those are tasty. But those are candy. They aren't even
They are
mints, they're
basically a
candy.
candy. They're not a mint. So
Candy.
All right. Bocage Terry. How do you think the polishing skills taught by Ivan LaCroix and Jason Kilmer differ? Is one better than the other, or is it just what works for you? Well, I think you kind of answered your own question.
yep, right there.
It's the
That's
latter.
it.
It's what works for you.
Tips to remove dried touch-up paint. William, easy, dude. Lacquer thinner. Lacquer thinner.
That's Levi's answer to like everything. If there's a meme of Levi, it would just be like him whispering, use lacquer thinner.
Yeah, literally just put on a rag, wipe that old dried touch-up paint. It'll remove the touch-up paint. It won't hurt the paint
Which,
around it.
for anybody who watched that video that came out on Tavarish's channel, when Anthony and I were working with Freddie on his Bentley over there when we were in Florida, everybody has a very strong opinion of what they think would work to remove the tape around that window.
My
and
favorite was
everybody's saying
gasoline.
like wax wheel, gasoline, WD-40. Like everybody has their own take on it, and a bunch of people are screaming Goo Gone. He didn't mention it in the video, but we started with Goo Gone, messing around with it, just seeing what it would do. It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And
What'd you guys use?
we ended up buying some lacquer thinner, but
That's right.
it was basically we didn't want to use too much because we didn't want to swell the
You
clear.
won't swell the
because
clear with
doing
lacquer.
that
You'll make it
stuff, was
soft.
looking out. So
You won't
yeah,
swell the clear. You'll make it soft. That's all.
important note. So yeah, Anthony was a little worried about that. He didn't want to go too crazy with that, but we made it work in the end. And hey, you know what? People are like, oh my god, I spent all that time picking at it. No, we did that for comedic purposes.
Yeah.
It's what you do.
It's just silly
Our
chat.
video with more detail in it will be coming out probably a month from now. I still got to do Adam LZ's video. I got a bunch of other things I got to do first. But since Freddie Tavarish put his video out there already, I feel like it's pretty well covered, at least for a little while. And then I'll go in with more detail later. But back to the questions.
All right. Do I need to be a business in order to get at my CDSV? No, Riley. You can become a member of the IDA by yourself. It's $110 a year for yourself. And then you can take the CD. You can pay for a CD exam as well as the SV. So you can do it. You don't have to do it through your employer or anything like that. You can do it on your own for yourself. And it's honestly a really great investment for yourself as a detailer, especially if you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life. maybe,
It gives you
It's
access
pretty
to
awesome.
real community. There's a sense
Yeah.
of legitimacy and validity to it.
Yeah.
All around, it's a good thing, and there's people there to help you.
Yep. Christopher Orton, you mentioned not using an eagle on Alcantara in the latest Q&A. What's the best towel for Alcantara?
Paying attention, Chris.
245s, 300s, and 365s.
Yep. Easy.
That's them, dude. Just our edgeless 245, 300, 365 are perfect for it. All right. Is rock chip repair using Dr. Color Chip always done after paint correction? Right before paint correction? After paint correction. Because, do you know why?
Well, if
You want to make a guess?
if you put I know that you're not supposed to do anything to paint once you apply it, right? Aren't you supposed to let it hang out for a little before you?
Yeah. No, you want to, you do. You want to make it cure. So the goal is, if you do have to polish, remember what do we talk about in that last one when we're polishing? Our goal is to flatten out those peaks.
Yeah.
So we flatten out those peaks, and that gives us a small lighter valley for the paint to sit inside of. Otherwise, we make a higher valley, we fill that paint up, and then we take our polisher and we run over the top of it, and maybe it hasn't bonded. It's going to pull that paint right out of that valley. It's going to make it, we're going to have to redo it. So always, yes, polish beforehand, then do your paint correct, then do your paint touch up. Then you can protect it, seal it, wax it, whatever you need to do. So,
Done and done.
all right, next one.
All right.
Morgan.
All right, so we got snacking while detailing, Twizzlers or pull and peel.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Do it
think?
around the horn and vote.
Red
What do you
vines.
think? Red vines?
That's what
Okay.
I eat. I don't eat Twizzlers
Yeah.
or pull and peels.
How
I
about
don't
you,
know
What's
what that
Morgan?
is.
pull and peel?
What is pull and peel?
She's so young she doesn't know what pull and peel is?
I don't know what a pull and peel is, and I could be old enough to be your dad.
What? Okay. Pull and peel was when, okay. Wow, I'm showing my age here, which by virtue of that is not
Right in
showing
the
my
middle
age.
of us.
Anyway, right in the middle. Man, that's why I love having our group. We're really generationally, there is some gap. So I remember, man, as a kid, 90s, it was all about Twizzlers, pull and peel. It was basically you have this fake looking thing of licorice, right? It was shaped like a straw, but it was made up. It was like a
like a
tubular
bunch
thing
of thin-
made up of smaller spaghetti strands, and they were basically
I remember those, yeah.
food glued together.
Yeah.
And then you just peel off one, and you had
Okay,
licorice
so-
spaghetti. So it's
okay.
basically you're just like this little skinny thing. Well, yeah, it was basically
yeah.
it. So yeah,
I stand behind my
That was pull and
assumption
peel.
of red vines.
I was a pull and peel fan myself.
My wife and
thought
I
they
are
were
red
kinda
vines
cool.
household.
However, red vines were definitely, if I'm looking for just a big tub, that's what I got.
No.
Go to Costco, get yourself a big tub of red vines.
Same.
We're bought out by Big
Yep,
Red
yep.
Vine,
Yep.
apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a red vine company.
Hmm.
So sorry, dude. Get your Twizzler stuff out of here.
Yeah.
If
All
they
right.
made blue vines, we'd have them.
Yeah. Dollar Blue. Sup, girl? You still got that M3?
Oh no!
I still have the M3. I'll never get rid of the M3.
Holla at your boy.
All right.
Chase
Chase Guan.
All right, you go.
You do it. You read it.
Oh, me? Okay.
Oh,
Chase Guan asked, is it true? Silica is just a general term for silicon dioxide, SiO2. Yet someone said on an online forum the spray SiO2 products are not really SiO2. It's silica, such as CarPro Reload?
Nah.
This is a Levi question.
All right, Chase. Just like everything on the internet, everybody has their own answer. So,
And many
yes,
of them are wrong.
you answered it in the beginning. Silica is just a general term for silicon dioxide, SiO2. Correct. So, yes, spray SiO2 products are really silica. Hence the silica spray sealant, silica infused. Those all mean the same thing, SiO2.
Or if you're
Now,
talking about the difference
concentration of them
Okay,
is much different. So some have more SiO2, some have less, some have 1%, some have 10%, some have 15%. So it doesn't really matter at that point. If it says it's got silica in it or an SiO2 in it, it's because it does have it in it. So that's it.
Well, and
Plain and simple.
one I always think of is the difference, say in optimum coatings, the difference between Gloss Coat versus OptiCoat Pro versus OptiCoat Pro.
So
Plus.
Gloss Coat is a combination of SiO2 and SiC, which is silicon carbide. So it's a mixture of silicon dioxide and silicon carbide. That's what makes up Gloss Coat. OptiCoat Pro and Pro Plus is pure SiC, is not a pure, but is a full SiC coating. So a silicon carbide. And Pro Plus has a higher concentration of SiC.
Okay.
That's the difference between, that's why it's a 5 and a 7 year warranty. Pro Plus is the stronger product because it has more SiC in it.
And I think that's interesting because a lot of people don't know. They just see these numbers and they don't realize that there are real differences. It's not just marketing. There's actually
and the reason
real formulation
and honestly, the reason that they created silica spray sealants, yes, they provide a crazy amount of gloss, but the goal was once SiO2 coatings came out, SiO2 coatings, while sitting on the surface, can start to turn into Swiss cheese. They start to get holy. And that is because of the expansion and contraction of the metal. It makes the SiO2 much more brittle. It's not as strong. That's why most SiO2s you see, pure SiO2 sealants, don't really recommend they last longer than 2-3 years. There's not many that are pure SiO2s that'll go up to 5 years. There's usually something else that's added into it to make it last that long. And so with a SiO2, every few months, you need to fill those holes on a microscopic level, which is what a silica spray sealant is for, is to reboot or reload that surface. You're filling in all those holes again that are happening. And I'm not talking about massive holes. I mean, we're talking on it basically...
It's all on a microscopic level.
The surface becomes very porous. And so you have to fill those pores again, basically, is all it is. Where an SiC coating does not get porous, but it does get more contamination on it. So on an SiC coating, such as like OptiCoat or something like that, you have to clay the surface or chemically decontaminate the surface once a year. So those are kind of the differences between them. So that's why the spray sealants came out. One of the fun things about a spray sealant or like an SiO2, the SiO2 sealants, is the fact that you can put them on anything.
Yeah.
And it makes this car shiny. So that's why everybody's like, oh, well, all of a sudden they skip the steps. So
it's also why there's so freaking many of them.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
SiO2 is much cheaper to produce.
Yeah.
So is it safe to clean tile floors with O&R? Yes.
Yes. You can say, is it safe to, and then finish with O&R, and it's pretty much anything.
Yeah, except drink it.
Except drink it. Don't do that.
All right. What the fuck? Oh, Chase Guan. Bought iView 2 from TRC and do not regret it. Works great for polishing outside at night, detailing the car when it's dark, checking the pump sump for house in the rain, cleaning out closet, etc. I use mine when I take my dog for a walk at night.
Anywhere, anytime.
It's great. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but at night, it basically, the spectrum looks like a giant eyeball.
This dog has swirls in it.
It goes like this. It's pretty dope. I always like kind of looking around. Yeah. It looks like I just got a big eye of Sauron. Looking around. It's pretty awesome. All right. Corey Mather, pop quiz, hot shots. Matt Mormon hands you an IK foamer and says, make shaving cream. What do you do?
The one guy who can answer that at a moment's notice is gone.
Well, it's simple.
Sick.
Brake buster, 5-to-1, dry foam in the IK foamer. We have a video on it on our Facebook page where we actually make it and put it on Rennie Doyle's shoes.
We've been doing these for a while now.
So go check that out, Corey. Go to the Facebook page, hit our video link on Facebook, and go back, and you'll see a video we did with Rennie Doyle and
well, you know what's
Dave
funny
Phillips.
is he says make shaving cream. He doesn't specify like what type of product even, let alone what,
But
category.
I just
So
blew it
if
out of the
you-
water with
yeah,
Brake Buster
Yeah, brake
and a
buster
dry
is
foam
awesome.
tip.
Yeah. So you're safe.
All right, Dane.
Dane, you win the chicken dinner. You're the first person to recognize the meaning of my handle. I'm a watch fan. I
Huzzah!
spend a little bit of time watching, enough time watching, Smoking Tire and stuff like that. When Matt got into watches, I realized Seamaster, that was a type of watch. So I'm not super well versed in that
If you
stuff,
want,
but
you
I
can
learned.
send a Seamaster GMT to Dane at the Rag Company. Our address is 5430
I mean,
West State Street.
I'm not saying no.
Boise, Idaho 83703.
I'm glad I got that, though. Now I feel, okay, that makes me feel better. John Waterford, can you briefly explain GSM numbers and the different piles and their various purposes? Ooh, that's a long conversation, but we can break it down pretty short here.
Well, easy. There's a video called Dane Explains.
What?
If you go on our YouTube channel,
It's like one of the first videos
it's
I did.
literally the first 2 videos Dane ever did for the Rag Company.
What is
One,
microfiber?
You get to see how cute he looks because he's much younger.
I was a little thinner then, too.
But 2, it gives a really great explanation on all that and can help you out with it. So go on YouTube, Rag Company, click under playlists, and go down to Dane Explains. There's 2 videos in that playlist. Click on them and watch them. You will love them.
I wonder why I never made more.
I think it's because I
probably
got hired.
Yeah, you got hired, and then I was like, well, I'd rather film this guy than myself. So,
All right, Morgan.
All right.
Oh man,
We got someone named All Day Anthony
Says he's with us in spirit.
and in chat.
Gross.
What a silly. What a silly
Get out of
guy.
here, weirdo.
sicko.
Don't need you here.
Hey.
Anyway,
We
I wanted to
welcome him.
tell Anthony thank you for bringing in my wheels for the
Yes.
Elantra. That
Oh,
was
that
really
was so
That was
thoughtful,
nice.
Anthony.
Super nice of
Very
him
nice of you to do that.
to bring those in. I want to thank Scott for sending those. That was super sweet. I can't, I'm going through some stuff this time in my life, and I really needed that. So makes me feel really good to have that, have friends like that. All right,
So nice.
Morgan, this one's for you. Hansi.
All right. He wants to know, how is the gallon water a day going? Do people still see you? Are you in the ladies' room more and more? Do you feel better, different since you started doing that?
Getting personal there, Hansi.
Honestly, okay, let's do an update.
Well, it's still here.
She's halfway.
I'm halfway for the day. I filled this up this morning. So, I don't know. I feel like it's more of like an internal benefit kind of thing. So
Well, it's kind of like training yourself.
Yeah.
Too. Like it's forming good habits.
yeah.
So, yeah,
See, I'm drinking water. It's just got flavoring in it.
that's what he says, but I don't know. I'm actually drinking water, so there's that.
me versus you.
I know.
Yeah, Dane's
This
like, I
is my
drink 2 of
whole
these.
Day.
I drink 2 of these 4-ounce bottles a day,
Everything
and I
else
do
was
great.
coffee.
Yeah.
So much caffeine.
This is
Okay.
This is 44 ounces. I do,
At least
I try
it's
to
not
do.
Pepsi for
I
once.
try to do
Yep.
2 of these a day. So that's 88 ounces of water, which is almost a gallon.
I'm getting there. 128 would be a gallon. So
I know it's close.
All right, guys, moving on. Thank you for the question, Hans. Chris C. John Waterford. Watch the TRC and Pan the Organizer videos for all that great info.
Yeah.
Excellent point. There was that series we did with Pan where you and Pan go through like every aspect.
Yep.
That would be like a more current version of that. So you'd see a lot of the newer towels and explain like everything. It's awesome. It's basically going to say everything we would have said here, but
Yep.
because it's spread out into multiple parts, we didn't want to eat up all the time here for these guys' other questions just to answer that when we know we got a really good series right there.
Yeah.
So go check it
Do
out.
yourself
Just
a
look
favor,
for Pan
check
and
it out.
Levi, and they're talking about the whole thing.
Broski also recommends that video. Thanks, Broski. All right,
Excellent.
Dan Pfeiffer, word up from Minneapolis.
Word
up. Word. That's what I say a lot.
Yeah.
That dates me.
Mm.
When I say word.
Almost
People are
like saying psych.
Yeah, people are like, whoa, hey, that's cool.
Only
Uh,
90 kids will,
yeah.
90s kids will understand.
My wife and I were looking through a one of those BuzzFeed things on kids from the 90s.
Ugh, don't
And-
do that.
We were going through it, and we were laughing about all the stuff that we used to have. And it
Pogs.
was like, no, but it was like, it literally got to like 1998, like if you were a teenager, because that's when I graduated. And then it hit 99, and she was like, do you remember? See, she's 2 years younger than me. And so she was like, do you remember? She goes, I'm pretty sure that was 2000. And I was like, I'd do math in my head. And I was
Time
like,
just kind of blends together.
nope, that was the summer of 1999. I watched that. And she was like, holy cow. It was The Matrix. It was like I saw it in the theater at Edwards.
Well,
Edwards
At
was
Edwards.
at Edwards. It was a brand new theater. Edwards was only 1 year old. It opened up or 2 years old. It was opened December 21st, 1997. And the first movie played was Titanic.
What?
Yeah.
well,
Did you
and
grow
it
up
was-
here?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Boise.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
Not
grew
me.
up literally like right here off Collister.
Are you serious?
and
my
look where
first-
he ended up.
And my first detailing job is right down here, that car wash right past the Plantation Golf Course.
Yeah.
So you're
what
literally
is currently the
you're
like
li-
new was
I literally like have spanned my growing up to starting my detailing career
Oh my gosh.
to currently 22 years later, just like literally I'm less than 3/4 of a mile from both sides. But I live on the east end of town, the opposite side. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh,
pretty
man.
wild. Anyway,
I was in elementary school in 98.
word up. Yeah. I remember because I have a little brother that went to school with you. So
Well,
yeah.
01, but yeah.
I'm just saying. All right. I've spent 400 with Matt this week and 200 with you guys. Too many good products. Thanks, Prestige.
Sorry, we just keep coming up with
Chase
more.
Guan. Whoa, all day Anthony.
Whoa.
Dan Pfeiffer visiting OGHQ later this month. Can't wait.
Yeah, buddy.
Awesome, Dan. Broski, is it safe to use ONR for tile floor cleaning? Yes.
Didn't we just answer that?
Yeah. Grumpy Cloud, thanks for the great content. Question: if I don't have access to free-flowing water, therefore need to use a rinseless, waterless wash, can I still do chemical decontamination with iron remover? Yes, just know that you're going to have to change out your bucket. So I recommend having one bucket to do your chemical decon with, and then one bucket to do just a wash after that. So,
Yeah. No,
Go ahead.
that's pretty straightforward.
I'm going to sneeze.
Okay.
Bless you.
Sneeze away.
Bless you.
Eric Sanchez. Hey, Levi, Dane, Morgan.
No, you forgot Cesar Jumbo.
Oh, I'm moving down the list. Well,
Oh, no, you didn't. You're right. No,
it's
you're right.
Cesar,
Eric Sanchez.
Cesar Jumbo's below Eric
Yeah,
Sanchez.
I
We'll get
thought you
there,
were
we'll
reading
get
Class
there.
Act at first.
All right, Eric Sanchez. Hey, Levi, Dane, Morgan. I wanted to say I got my first detailer job today for a company named Onsite Detailing and had a 21 Rupes Millie that I was hyped seeing. I only have the 75E. I start tomorrow. I assume
Awesome,
he's about to
Eric.
say. Good
So,
job, Eric. Making it
where
happen.
At On-Site Detailing. And is it under Rob Schufler? I need to talk to Rob if it is, because I think he he has on the spot. So On-Site Detailing, I think, are friends of ours, Eric. So please write us. That'd be cool to
Say
see.
hi.
All right. Cesar Jumbo. Guys, hello from Puerto Rico.
Hello to Puerto Rico.
All right.
Yeah, Morgan's shaking her head over here. Nope. Not
That's
doing
what we
it.
say. You know what we say when people say hello from Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
We say, Wepa.
Wepa!
So that's what you're supposed to say. That's the.
It's fun, too.
what you do.
Like, why would you
yeah.
not want to say that?
All right.
I didn't
All right.
know.
Anthony,
Ooh, class act.
this Roger in Chicagoland, and I wanted to thank you for helping me out with that little grommet on the drain cap. I found it. I didn't know there was one, but you did. Thanks. So, class act, Anthony, our answer.
Excellent. And I think he pointed that out in the video, too.
Yep.
Yep.
What about SiO2 sprays on top of wax? Well, Luke, you can put them on there, but know that the SiO2 sprays are usually stronger than wax, and you always want to put the strongest product closest to the clear coat. That's
That
it.
way it just works its way down to it, and then you have that final layer of protection.
Most of the time, they're designed
hangs
to
around.
cross-link with the clear, where wax is usually designed to sit on top of the clear. So
Yeah. And that's where people do run into some issues, is trying to put certain things on top of wax that just don't want to stay.
that's when you get the staining or the streaking or the discoloration and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a dark shadow. I call them ghosts. That's what happens when it starts ghosting.
Yeah.
So, all right, Chase, for drying towels, can low heat still damage microfiber towels if over-dried cooking the fibers? I only hang dry my TRC towels. For low heat, I learned from Matt's OG video to pull the towels out damp. Yes, that's what I do too. So,
I dry them on low heat, but I haven't run into issues. Maybe my heat dryer just works at a lower temp or something, but it's been okay. But once again, if you just want to be absolutely sure, hang dry is the way to go.
yep.
All right.
Morgan, next one. Kyle.
What else?
We got, oh, by the way, the Sunny in Philadelphia intro had me rolling. That was money.
Thanks, Kyle.
Appreciate
that
it.
was a fun video to introduce. Yeah. That was for our Mark III unboxing video, if you hadn't seen that. All right. What else we got?
Do you guys recommend anything on top of ceramic coating once the paint is corrected and polished? Anything on top of the ceramic coating, that's up to you, man. Like I
Yeah.
said, if it's an SiO2, you're going to have to top it with reload every few, or a rebooting agent, an SiO2 sealant of some type every couple of months. That's just how it's going to be. But on a SIC coated car and other companies that use a different type of coating, that's up to them and what they recommend. So if you're using something like Gloss Coat or Inspiration, Beadmaker works great.
Yeah.
OptiSeal works great. Car Wax works great. And even a quick detailer.
It
works
really
well.
depends on what you're looking to get out of it. Are you looking
Yep.
for a look, or are you looking for more protection, longevity? It really differs depending on the product.
Yeah. Yo, folks, would you recommend using OptiClean as a pre-soak and the ONR wash and wax washer in the northeast winter? Yes. Yep, that's what I use. So in winter
Yeah.
specifically, I pre-soak with OptiClean. John Waterford, what are your recommended temps for washing and drying microfiber, or is air drying best? Just keep it under 140 degrees. That's it, dude. That's
And
all
I
you got to
know-
do.
I know there's some people who will scream, actually, about the 140-degree thing. That's just a good general rule of thumb. Maybe it'll melt there, maybe it won't. But the point is, don't cross that, and you shouldn't have problems.
Yeah.
So 140 degrees Fahrenheit, beyond that's the no-no zone. All right.
All right.
What else?
Aaron Sy, how's everyone doing? I was wondering if one double twistress towel is enough to dry a whole car. For reference, I drive an STI. It should, Aaron. You may have to find an extra towel just to touch up little spots.
I would say with a drying aid, you're probably going to be able to go further.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
All right, Dane.
Okay, class act. I was talking about the IK Foam 9. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I had a hunch that's what you meant because I remembered in Matt's new video on Obsessed Garage that's one thing Anthony pointed out to him was at the bottom of the IK Foam 9, there's that drain plug, and he doesn't like using it because it has a washer in there, and the washer gets lost or grommet, you know. So, Mark Krause, next. Is it me, or when I apply a silica spray wax on top of Jess car with 845 is very grabby? I take it they don't play well together?
Bing, bing, bing. You're right, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually what happens. Products get grabby, so just don't put them together. That's all.
Yeah.
That's why maybe Beatmaker works so
As I
well
say,
because it's
you know
not
what's
a
not
silica.
grabby? Beatmaker.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I said it. Hype. Okay. Chase Guan. Is PNS Velocity Glaze an acrylic filler glaze like other glazes on the market? The PNS instructional states that it is a speed wax. Glazes generally do not offer protection, right?
Correct. On glazes generally do not offer protection. But we have never used PNS's Velocity glaze, so
Couldn't speak to it.
I can't tell you about it. If you want, you can contact PNS and ask them. They would be welcome to help you.
If you ask for Dave would be the right one to let you know.
All right. Paint corrector. Favorite steam cleaner, y'all. Morgan, what's your favorite steam cleaner?
I've never used a steam cleaner.
There we go. Dane, what's your favorite steam cleaner?
Isn't Tornador?
No, that's
I mix up my words. Wow, there I go. Shows how much I know.
What you like is the Fortador.
I was thinking Fortador. Oh my god, I got them mixed up.
That's going to be your that's
the
your
Lamborghinis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all about the bowl.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So steam cleaners are it depends on what you mean. So two things. Steam cleaners can also mean a pressure washer that runs at a high heat and creates steam. But if you're actually talking about like a steamer for interiors or paint or any of those, that's where Dane comes in with the Fortador. The Fortador you can actually wash, like you can actually steam the whole car with a higher PSI, do all that kind of stuff with it.
I mostly said that to be ridiculous. Frankly, it's an over-the-top awesome machine, but you probably don't need it.
The biggest thing, though, is if you're using a steamer, really any steamer, like they make clothes steamers that are handheld, so you can steam clothes. You can use those, the same thing, to clean your interiors, clean fabrics.
It's all
do all
fabric.
kinds of stuff with it. So any steamer really works. Even the steamer on your iron works, but I recommend not ironing your seats in your car. But it's the same
That can go
process. You're
wrong.
basically creating steam. So there's a lot of great steamers out there. It all relies on how much work you are going to be doing and what you're going to be using it for. So take a look. I used a number of different ones, and I really didn't like any of them. So I'm not going to answer that. So anyway, just have fun with that. All right.
So he didn't commit to one.
Yeah. Kyle House, just curious why the Drago was discontinued. I think I bought the last ones you had. Kyle, you probably did. The Drago is currently off the market at the moment while we work on a refresh of it. Our goal is to make it just a little bit more plush. That's what we want. It's a good towel. It's basically a 365 with a suede edge.
Can't go wrong
for
with
those
that.
of you that missed the Drago, you can still buy the 365. It's going to be just fine. You can even bump up to a creature if you want. But our goal is we're trying to create a new niche. We dropped the Knight Rider that we used to carry. That was Korean. We had the Drago, but we'd like to have some of the plushness that the Knight Rider provided, or the split purplenality
The split
provided.
purplenality and the Knight Rider had a unique. They had some plush to them, and
Yeah.
the Drago, being more like a 365, just didn't have as much.
Yeah, so we're kind of trying to fit. We still want to make. We want to make a very good, price-friendly
Yeah.
365 style towel, but just a little bit more plush for those that think maybe the creature's too much.
Yeah.
And
There are a lot
we're
of
still
people out there
debating.
who prefer a shorter, nap, shorter pile.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to give them something
Yeah,
that's in that range.
but something higher than the 365
Right.
at the
And
same
it's going to be a
time.
high quality
But we want to
offering,
make it a 360,
good price point, too.
actual 365, maybe a 380
Yeah.
is our goal. So that's why we sold out what we had, and now we're working on figuring out a new version and trying to work with some stuff. So that's why, dude. So.
Yeah.
Shocker Jayhawk fan, do you prefer to use Beadmaker straight or as a topper for wax sealant? Dude, I go both ways with it. I do it. with
Levi
everything.
swings both ways of Beadmaker. You heard it here first, folks. Bam. Yeah, no, he's right.
Morgan, what do you do?
Really, just
I
use it.
for literally just anything. I will literally. There's no rules.
You're like,
There you
hey,
go.
this cup looks nice.
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Wow, it's slipping out of my hands.
Every time you hold it, it's like, shoop. Oh,
Yep.
whoa, what?
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right.
Well, let's see what else we got.
Does
Oh.
a gallon of Beadmaker come with an empty spray bottle?
Mm.
Sometimes.
If you
Check
get
out
the
Amazon.
package,
Yeah.
That
Go on
has-
Amazon to package and see. Minister of Fresh, hello from Vancouver, Canada. Curious if any of you are going to make it out to Stance Wars Seattle this year. Bah, bah, bah.
she probably will.
You guys planning a part 2?
Yeah.
Nice. There you
maybe,
go.
There you
maybe
go.
even Vegas. Maybe.
Ooh. So you guys can see Morgan
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and her M3
Doing the
Stance
stance
Wars.
thing. E46.
I might even try to get it in this year.
Nice.
Might apply.
Might apply.
G. Davis, when will you post the shirtless photo of Dane on Space Mountain? Dane?
You know what? It's funny. That doesn't exist because we didn't go on Space
did not
Mountain
go on
this
Space
year.
Mountain.
Sorry, hate to disappoint. We went to Epcot this time, so it was
So
a
there's
new,
shirtless
different
photos
experience.
of Dane with Mickey Mouse,
That
which
well,
was really weird. He literally took his shirt off in front of Mickey.
like
There were children about.
they
Yeah.
closed the doors and it got weird.
They didn't close
I
the
know.
doors. There
Whoa,
was
whoa,
people in
whoa.
line behind us, and you took your shirt off, Dane.
Oh, what? So I'm the guilty party here. Okay, well,
You
clearly.
know, Anthony and
Apologize and move on.
I guess I
Yeah.
shouldn't talk about the test track then.
Yeah, shouldn't have done that.
No, shouldn't.
All right. Are you ever going to make the Spectrum 420 in black and red? Good idea, James. That's kind of what we're going to be doing with the new creature. It's going to be a little bit of 420, a little bit of 380s, 365. That's we just talked about that. So hope that helps. Paint
All
corrector,
right.
optic coat is the real deal stuff. You're right.
True.
Sean Hans, when will Breakbuster be offered at TRC? Soon,
question.
as it becomes part of the Rennie Doyle Double Black line.
That is key. All right. Let's
All right,
see.
Shady
Oh,
Acres.
Shady.
What towels would you guys suggest for removing coatings on super soft, finicky paints?
I like the
365s.
Fluffles for drying. Super finicky paints.
For removing coatings, I would do 365s. I would also use our interior mitt.
yes.
Pick up one of our Smitten interior mittens because it is a Everest 800 on one side. That is a very nice, like, kind of leveling. You can use it as a extra backup and then have a 365 in your hand.
That's the one
to
that
help kinda
looks
break
like
it
a
down.
fried egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just watched your IK pump video with OG. Oh boy, were you all and Anthony in particular patient? Thank you.
No, that was a fun video.
That's what
to
we
share.
do.
Matt gives us a hard time. We give it a hard time
Yep.
right back. It's fun.
All right. Chase Guan, notice Breakbuster is slightly foamy even in a 32-ounce spray bottle. IK would definitely enhance that. I need to finish my chemical ice signatures, but it's all watery. Yeah, Chase, you're going to love Breakbuster.
Yeah.
Sean, would you offer ceramic coating if the customer didn't want to pay for paint correction? I've seen some detailers say they refuse it if they don't do paint correction as well. Sean, I like money, and money is green, and it does not matter. Basically, with my
You hack.
with my pro coating jobs, I always did a one step for free. It was part of the price.
It's the least you can do.
It was the least I could do to make it better. The hardest part is on people with new cars. They'd always say, like, well, I don't need to have it polished. So that's why I would throw that in. That's why I charged what I charged, because I was charging for that one step. Now, if a customer wanted to get a coating and didn't want to have it polished, I usually would try and talk them into at least a one step. And I would do a test panel with them. Most of the time, people who wanted a ceramic coating but didn't want to pay for it, their cars weren't that bad. They really only needed a one step. Never did I have somebody who brought, like Dane, when you bought your Miata,
Yeah.
and if you came to me and just said, put a ceramic coating on it when you got it.
It was pink when I got it.
Right. I would have
It
shown
was a
you.
red car. It just had chalked up so much it turned
Yeah,
pink.
I would have shown you like,
I know.
here's how.
Adorable.
Well, let's polish this part out. Show you what I can do. And usually, just doing that test spot makes people like go crazy.
That in particular, man. Once you saw
Test
the
spots
difference.
are amazing. Takes you less than 5 minutes. Tape off a square on their car, polish that spot out, pull the square off, and let them drive around with it.
They
will
get really
look at it.
self-conscious and they got.
They will get really self-conscious and they will want to fix that. So anyway, all right, Morgan, you get the next one.
Next up.
All right, so we are we at
Chase Guan.
that Chase one? Okay. Do you think Pan really tried drinking swallowing the bead maker in his personal video? I think he switched it with mango or orange juice.
What do you think, Morgan?
He definitely switched it.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, it was the wrong color.
Yeah.
No, he's got very slick intestines
It was
now. I don't know what
so
you're talking
funny though.
about.
I died because he sent me that video and I
Yeah.
started laughing. When
Yeah.
I
I
saw it.
watched it and I was like,
I love the look on his face afterwards. It was perfect.
Oh
It
man.
was so good. It's great. All right, Rick Reese. Go ahead.
All right.
You get this one, Morgan.
Boom.
I have 4 new towels from TRC. Love them. I have BRS ONR Ultra Clay Towel Spray Wax Optiseal Optibond. Your suggestions, what I should add. I have Meg's APC DEG and Wheelbright. Should I replace?
You got a good bunch of stuff there, dude.
Yeah.
Everything there is good.
No.
I don't know what towels you got, but Big Red Sponge, ONR, Ultra Clay Towel, Spray Wax, OptiSeal, and OptiBond, those are all killer.
Yeah.
So, and you're using Meg's APC degreaser and Wheelbright, perfect. So,
Yeah.
I don't see anything realistic. Obviously, when you're finished with the Meg's APC degreaser, you could bump up to Power Clean. But yeah, no, man, good work. Eric Sanchez is asleep. That's what that means, right?
I think it just means he's happy.
Okay, good.
Is asleep.
It's not a smiley face?
He's smiling. It's happy eyes. For the folks who are listening and can't see this, it's basically the up arrow and a straight line and up arrow. But yeah. Eric's just
I
happy.
think he's mad.
Any rate,
His mouth is not smiling.
Kwong says hello. Substance B. Would bead maker work on top of Hyperseal? Well,
Yes, technically yes.
it would,
because
but
Hyperseal
once
has an
again-
SiO2 in it. You'd
But-
be putting that down. But
diminishing returns, people.
there you go.
Diminishing returns.
Oh, he fixed you.
Ah,
It's not Quang. It's Kurong. And he
That's
comes
my
from
bad.
Vietnam.
I don't see an R.
His name is Kuang. He comes from Vietnam. Rhyme.
now we're rhyming. Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Quang.
Fat Salon Car. All right. Case Guan, in the past podcast, what did you mean by product ghosting on the paint clear coat? Due to 5 different products already on the paint, such as Zymol, etc. So, ghosting.
Oh boy.
Easiest way to describe it. You spray a product on the surface of the car. You go to wipe it. It darkens the color of the car, right? Gives you a different shade, a darker shade. You go to wipe it off. It does not come off. Now you've got a splotchy spot or a high spot in the surface. That is ghosting. That is a pain in the butt. That usually means because you're mixing products that aren't designed to work together. Gives you that situation. So, all right.
Yeah.
Hans Klosen, eating potato chips at 10 minutes after midnight, watching my favorite Q&A. Life is good. I'm going to
Hey.
have one of these that Hans
Stroop
sent us all the way
waffle.
down
Oh man.
from the Netherlands.
Okay. Well, are there 3 there?
There's 3. Do you
Okay,
want one
you're
of these
sharing.
Stroop waffles?
You're sharing.
They're
Like
so good.
those. These are dope.
I know, I love them.
These are the best. Thank you.
I
Hans.
found out, I looked it up, and you can buy them at Cost Plus.
Yeah.
They are awesome. Cost
So-
Plus is where you can find a lot
I
of that,
love
like,
Cost Plus.
Hans, we
Kinda
got our
harder to
Stroop
find
waffles.
stuff.
We're eating them. I hope you saw in the last podcast. Apparently, while we were gone, the entire Rag Company team ransacked your care package. So thankfully, Carolyn brought some up for us to eat, so we didn't come home to nothing. So, all right. John Waterford,
talk with a mouthful. Sorry.
are the White Everest good for removing waxes and polishes, or do you have a better suggestion for removing? Which White Everest are you talking about? We have a 550, an 800, and an 1100. 550s are good, 800s are good, or 1100s are maybe a little too much, but guys still use them. People love them. So have at it.
I find that the 800 is the right answer for like a tougher compound versus the other two. Because of the shorter pile, it's more aggressive.
There you go.
But it's still very soft. Okay. So, Antonio Palmieri. Once again, apologies. Stroop waffle's too delicious not to eat. Can I top a ceramic coating with bead maker? Boy, we're seeing some similar questions here. But, yes. The short answer is yes. And in that case with the coating, yeah. You put bead maker on it. If you're applying bead maker, that initial application is going to be a little heavier just to get it on there. But after that, very easy. You don't need to go too crazy with it. Cover the whole car with it, maybe every time you wash it. That's a great way to do it. And then any case of, maybe longevity is not, going to go beyond maybe a month or two. But if you're washing it and you're using it each time, it kind of becomes a non-point at that point. All right, Terry. Levi?
The minor microfiber metal polish.
Caught you with your mouth full. All right.
Hold on, I got it.
Give him a chance,
All right.
The minor microfiber metal polishing towel, what else can it be used for? It is a gray 365.
Mm-hmm.
Can be used just like the gray 365 or the 365 because it's just a gray 365. We gave it a different name and gave it a purpose because it is soft and easy and perfect for metal. People love it.
The color is what makes it the metal polishing towel. It just suits it.
It's a 365. At the end of the day, it is a 70-30 365 Terry. It is amazing. So you can use it for everything. It's one towel to rule them all.
Can't go wrong with that. Oh, this next one's for you.
Levi, for your Suburban, if you were to polish it, would you go beyond the one-step polish and correction? And what pads polish would you use?
With that color, I wonder, would you?
Well, I ran it through this local Scratch and Shine today at lunch. So I don't really care about it.
You're wrapping, aren't you?
Huh.
I'm going to wrap it. So I polished that truck 4 years ago for your dad. And I did a little one-step on it. And he's taken really good care of it. The paint looks fine. Like, yes, it's got some light scratching in it, but honestly, it's in really good shape. Realistically, I would use TLC. I just one-step it. There's no need. It's old paint. It's not bad paint, but it's not a show car. I can get gloss with bead maker. I can get shine with that. I don't need to polish it out anymore because it's not that bad. I've already polished it 4 years ago. And your dad doesn't like to wash cars all that often. So I was able to get it. It probably hadn't been washed since I detailed it, honestly. Jeff probably ran it through a couple times to some different car washes just for fun. But honestly, when I got it, it looks pretty dang good. Paint's in really good shape.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna debadge it. I'm gonna strip all the emblems off. I'm gonna strip the side moldings off, and I am wrapping it. So I'm not really all that worried.
Yeah, done.
So, yeah. Difference between Optimum No Rinse and O&R. That's the same thing, dude. Opti No Rinse. So you're looking at the maintenance line. So Luis, there is no difference. Optimum No Rinse was actually, the yellow O&R is designed for coated vehicles. So it's actually a little bit slipperier. Also OptiSeal and Hyperseal. So OptiSeal is a polymer sealant. Hyperseal is a polymer sealant with SiO2 in it. Basically OptiSeal with an SiO2 in it creates Hyperseal. Does the OptiCoat line work on non-coated cars? Yes. Perfectly.
Yep. Simple enough. Okay.
Kuang or Kuang from
car.
Vietnam. How to wash microfiber wash mitts. Maguire's.
Probably has some Maguire's wash mitts, I think.
Okay. Just wash them like your regular microfiber towels, bud.
Yeah.
Free and clear detergent, low temperature, no heat, cold or warm. You're good.
Pro tip, don't mix it with other things that aren't microfiber.
Yeah. Aaron's Random Life. Hey, guys, love your products. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Aaron.
Chase, what are your thoughts? I cringe when I see videos online where people have their exterior paint cleaned with a steam cleaner. Maybe because I'm comfortable with a foam cannon and 2-bucket wash method. Chase, I dream of the day that I can afford a massive steam cleaner and I can just steam my cars.
Be that guy.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be so simple and so easy. Fun fact. You put O&R in your steamer, and it supercharges the steamer, and then you're basically washing with O&R. And you can take a towel soaked in O&R, and you can steam, wipe. It's
and
amazing.
It smells good while you're doing
It's
it.
amazing.
What?
And then you dry it. It's the most coolest method. Someday I will do that.
Let's start a GoFundMe.
Yeah. So let's buy Levi a steam cleaner for his house. We need about probably about $5,000 and get one.
Yep.
That is going to be part of the Master of
detail
Shine
studio.
detail studio over at my house. All right.
nice.
Here's a question. Is the Pluffle the absolute softest drying towel you have? Yeah.
I would say if I'm going to use something to dry on the scariest paint imaginable, the Pluff will be the first thing I reach for.
That's it.
Yeah.
Chase, based on a previous podcast, why is the UK car show scene more detailed based, while on American car show, you may only find a small minority of cars actually corrected and wheels off detail?
Like
Dude, I
California
still
Duster.
don't know that. It is the weirdest thing. I have never seen a car show like you guys are going to see at Waxstock. It is
We heard about that.
freaky.
It's interesting.
It's so freaky because like literally there were dudes with the wheels off in the car show hall
Nuts.
cleaning. The cars were immaculate. There was
Well,
nothing bad.
Morgan, you've gone to car shows. You're with the Stance kids. Are they like detailing their cars in the parking lot, or are they just
They're
kinda
wiping
like,
them down.
Nah,
So-
we take a microfiber towel and we wipe it and we're good.
Yeah, so the two that I've been to, which is the Stance for Seattle and then also Scrape Fest in Utah. So those two, when I got there, pretty much everyone had their buckets like of their
Products.
products that they were using, which is mostly like detail sprays, the tire shine, just basic like.
Okay. Because that's more that I see at like, the older crowd kind of car shows.
Yeah. Yeah, so
generally.
at least a lot of like what I've seen people at least are doing like those things, because I mean, as for me, like I drove my car
Yeah.
to like right before the show.
On the road, rocks flying,
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Yeah, and then I got there and I was like, okay, now we need to go fix whatever just
Yeah.
happened. So
Okay.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's definitely not like it could be better.
Mm-hmm.
It could be better, but for them, like I'll give them some credit.
Yeah.
At least they're doing something.
Yeah, they're trying. They show initiative to detail at least a little bit.
The thing
So that's
is,
something.
one of the cool things about Waxstock is it's a big car show outside.
Mm-hmm.
So outside the Rico Arena is a massive car show. The 16 best go inside the hall. That's the Sweet 16. So the cars inside the hall are fully dialed in. So and honestly, Waxstock is put on by detailers. So it is a detailing related show where products, cars, all that stuff. So I think the scene is more based towards that. Obviously, if there was a detailing car show here, it would probably lend itself more to that line, other than just people do their, and that's what kind of the term show and shine, but nobody ever thinks about, like we go to car shows and we see old men with Harbor Freight or, Harbor Freight microfibers, and they're dropping them on the ground and picking them back up, shaking them off and wiping their $20,000 paint job with it and scratching the hell out of it. Or you walk by and you're in the,
but they know what they're doing, and they
You go
want
to
to
the-
make sure
yeah,
that
you go to the
you're not
Roadster
going to
show.
try and sell them. So it's like, okay,
yeah, you
you're
go to the
on your-
Roadster
you're
show
on
and
your
you
own.
you see under the lights, under the big sodium
Yeah.
lights, that all the swirls and scratches. And
I don't
everything in the
understand all
paint.
this newfangled technology. I've known how to clean a car for 30 years. Why's it got to change?
Yeah.
Well,
Now, like grade 8 contenders, Riddler contenders, that stuff, those cars have to be perfect.
they know because that paint
yeah.
can't. It just can't.
Yeah, the Quail, Pebble Beach Quail,
Yeah.
like that on its own, that's a huge deal. So there are shows that do that, but the cars are usually a very high value car.
Yeah.
Whereas in the UK, we're seeing,
It's a Volkswagen
Mark
Golf.
IV Golfs
Yeah.
detailed to within an inch of their life. Like they're
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, here
So-
comes a Polo. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Basically.
wild. So
Well,
yeah, that's it, dude. I don't know. Maybe it'll change. What one-step polish and pad would you recommend for late model GM Clear? So late model, do you mean mid 2000s or do you mean like current GM? Because realistically, you could do orange pads with hyper polish or the last cut all day long and be fine. But on newer GM Clear, it's much softer for 2016, 17. So those, you kind of got to play around with it. One thing that Ivan has worked with hard, and so has Dr. G. Dr. G went through and reformulated GM Clear for the new year, so it's much harder than it's supposed to be. And so one thing they recommended was the white waffles for the black GM stuff. So and it's mostly only on the darker colors. the tri-coat clears aren't that bad. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, man. White waffles and hyper polish, maybe.
Oh.
Use H2O5 where you mix water, 36 parts water to 1 part 205 kind of thing. So you kind of are just
Light.
polishing with water, basically, in a really soft pad. So it just depends. Depends on the car that you're talking about. But if it's mid-2000s, like my Suburban, dude, you can go all day with orange foam and TLC.
Yeah.
It's fine. Looney 2, what's going on? How you doing, man?
Howdy.
All right. Shocker Jayhawk, have you all tried the new McGuire's hybrid ceramic? We have not. We got
not.
lots of phone calls about that.
Yeah.
We don't carry it. We don't use it.
I've
I
seen
did
that
talk to Mike Stoops
all
this week.
over YouTube. So.
Yeah. I did talk to Mike Stoops this week. It was good to see him. Gave him a hug. He's the vice president of McGuire's. But yeah, that's about it. That's about the biggest
We like Mike.
move of that.
Yeah.
So. All right, Dane, Mark Strand.
All right, Mark Strand. Now, there are more comments below. We just haven't scrolled down yet. So, Mark Strand. Differences between glass towels and small Drymere River towels. Well, if you're saying small Drymere River towels and you mean the 16 by 16 premium Korean waffle weaves, in that case, I guess they're not technically a Drymere River, but same
It's a
material.
waffle
It's
weave.
waffle weave. So, in that case, just so everybody's aware, anytime they refer to like a Drymere River style waffle weave, that's a premium Korean waffle weave. So it's going to have a little larger pockets. It's just going to be Korean. So in that case, the difference between a glass towel and that is it's not going to grab on the glass as much as a like herringbone style glass towel, you know, the shiny ones that are smooth. Those ones put more surface of the towel on the surface area you're working on, thus creating more friction. Now, if you're using, you know, a good product to lubricate that, say O&R or whatever your favorite glass cleaner is, that's going to help. But yeah, they're still going to grab more than a waffle weave. Generally, somebody kind of trying to choose between the two, you have to ask yourself, am I the kind of person that gets frustrated when the towel bunches up in my hand, or am I looking for the most streak-free result I can get? If I'm looking for the most streak-free, I'm still going to stick it out with those herringbone weaves because I know the end result is worth it. But if I don't mind making a couple more passes and really making it work, then the waffle weave's a good answer, and it's less of a, you know, you fight it kind of thing. That said, I know. People ask, and I'm Mr. Nuance, so I bore everybody to tears with
Oh my gosh, sorry.
my nuance. But anyway, I say get the diamonds. The diamonds are like my
There you go.
go-to for people. Just do that.
Okay. Would you put wheel wax over C5 wheel armor? I have no idea what that is, Terry. I am sorry. All right. Ian Jack, clean your machine. Hey, guys, I made it. Awesome, Ian. Thank you. Hans, yay, Dutch goods. If you love stroop waffles, try eating them when they are warm. That's right, dude. Or a few seconds in the microwave, or a minute or so above a hot drink.
Put them
So
on top
that's
of
one
my
of the
coffee
things.
mug.
Did you see that? Did I give you one of those?
Oh yeah, you had
It's
like
a
a
little
little
stroop waffle
little
holder
ladder bridge
That you put over your coffee cup,
No.
and you set your stroop waffle on top.
Morgan's mad because she ate it and now she can't
Yeah.
try it with
I
another
think
one.
there's still some
There might
of
be
the
some
mini
down.
ones
The
downstairs.
mini ones are right here.
little baby
There's
stroop
one
waffle.
mini stroop waffle left.
Okay, that's Morgan's now.
I'm taking it home. I'm
All right.
cherishing it.
Okay.
Yes.
Chase, my mother cinched a batch of my Eagle 350s and Minx Royale. She thought the towels needed to be dried. When she told me they were in the dryer, I said, "No, are you crazy?" And I ran. We apologized later. Yeah, I've done that too. My wife will not touch my towels. She doesn't want to wash them. She doesn't want to dry them because she said, I feel like an idiot because I never, I always make her feel bad. So
If they were in the dryer,
apologize to the women in our lives who try and wash our towels for us. I appreciate it. Thank you.
it depends on what heat setting that dryer was on. If it was low, you might be okay.
Yeah, my
You might
wife did,
probably
though,
be
ask one
okay.
day. She called and said, I'm putting these towels in the dryer. What do you want them on? And I told her, and she was like, okay.
I
said-
personally just go with an air fluff, but
Yeah.
I think the motion helps.
But she
so,
did, and I said,
yeah.
okay, here's what we want. And she's like, perfect. And then she goes, how'd they come out? And I said, awesome, thank you.
Just the way you want them.
So things can change, guys. All right, Don Julio. I don't
All right.
like the O&R sponge. Which towel would you recommend for O&R washes? I used the blue edgeless towels that OG Matt used for drying and wasn't too happy with the dual pile towel. Okay, so Don Julio, I think you mean the big red sponge?
I'm assuming that's
I
what
assume that's what you mean. Big red sponge needs to sit in water in O&R. It can never leave O&R. It has to be broken in. So question number 1, have you broken in your big red sponge by letting it stay in O&R for the remainder of its life? That's one question. If you haven't, yes, you will hate the O&R sponge, the big red sponge. Second, you're talking about the blue creatures Matt was using. You weren't too happy with a dual pile towel. Okay.
He wants a long pile on both sides, I bet.
Or do you want a short pile on both sides? So,
Well, I'll say
Elaborate.
if you're doing a rinseless, you're going to want a longer pile.
Yeah.
It adds to the safety factor.
yeah.
Because a longer pile means there's more places for dirt and stuff you're picking up off the surface to go. So you're not just dragging it.
Yeah,
along
grab
the
any
surface.
of our Eagles. Grab the Minx Royales.
Minx
grab-
Royales and
they're
Eagles
awesome. Awesome
where
for
it's at.
rinseless. If you just soak them in water. If you
Eagle-
want to move from a sponge and go to a towel, Eagles, Minx, you're done.
Eagle 350. If you
Yeah.
want to decide Minx Royale, Eagle 350, choose between those two, which sounds best to you, and you'll be happy with either one.
Easy. Corey Mather is the Twist and Shout, just a bigger double twistress.
No.
Loving the size of the Twist and Shout, but it doesn't feel as heavy as the twistress.
That's
Morgan, can you
because-
elaborate?
Well, they are not the same. I think I like the twistress.
But they are technically the same.
Yeah, they are.
It's got
technically.
double in the name of the twistress, though,
Mm-hmm.
and you know why that is.
They're little twist loops.
Because it's literally double the material
Mm-hmm.
versus the twist and shout, which is a larger surface
Basically, we
area.
took the Twist and
but
Shout
not
and we
doubled up.
folded it in half and we sewed a diamond pattern into it
Mm-hmm.
and dyed it gray.
The double twistress is twice the material, but in a smaller surface area
Yep.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Morgan's right. They are technically the same, but they're also technically different.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if you had a competition to see which could absorb more, the double twistress might eke it out just a little bit.
No,
It's gonna
because
be
there's
close,
more
though.
surface area with the Twist and Shout. So the Twist and Shout can dry 2 full-size sedans with one towel, where the double twistress cannot. You're lucky if you make it
Okay.
around a full car.
I was just saying,
and
because
do
I've
another
had
car.
good luck with the double twistress.
It's a great
myself.
towel. I love it.
Little
Use it.
Miata.
Yeah.
Well, I got a Volvo V50 too.
Okay, whatever you say.
It's a
he just
freaking
wants you
long
guys to
roof.
know that he's got a long roof
Yeah, I got
compared
a
to
long
a
roof.
short roof.
I just want y'all
Just
to
wants
know.
everybody to be aware
no,
of that.
compared to a no roof. Ooh.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, Hansi. Too bad they ransacked the stash, so you didn't get to eat the other things. They're downstairs still. We've still got the
Coffee.
little coffee hopjes, coffee hopjes.
Ooh,
These guys.
I
So
want
we
to try
still
one
got
of those right now.
These are really good. We've got those, and then we've still got the licorice stuff that you sent as well. So pretty dope. Yeah, so check it out. Hey guys, what's the best way to remove snow safely? I already said this, guys. Buy yourself a $3,500 Landa pressure washer that is diesel powered. Put it in the back of your pickup.
Yep.
And then hook up a generator system to it as well, so you have power
Of course.
and diesel. And then
You
you
know.
got to hook up water, so you might put a water tank in the back, and then crank that bad boy on, and then use the hot water to pressure wash all the snow off your car.
It's so convenient. I don't
super-
understand
I
why
mean,
everybody doesn't do
Realistically,
I agree.
mean, you got to buy the truck.
Yeah.
You got to buy everything else. So I mean, it's like a $10,000 investment, but that
it. Anybody
Man.
can do that, right? I mean,
perfect for removing snow from your car.
Yeah.
So do it that way. All right. How can I buy and own the Rag Company towels while I'm in Vietnam? Quang, you can order from our website. We ship to Vietnam. Go for it. All right, Corey, tell Anthony to toss a little O&R in a humidifier. Fix him right up. Essential oil God mode. That is exactly right.
Yep.
Good work. This one's for you.
Okay. Are we pausing? Okay. Morgan, as the newest member of the team, what has been the biggest challenge with learning detailing, and do you plan to do it professionally or just for your own enjoyment? What's the biggest challenge? I honestly just think taking in all of the information and like how much there is to learn about each specific thing has kind of been a challenge, but just being here every day and taking it one step at a time has been really helpful. And then do I plan to do it professionally? Maybe. I think I might do it as kind of like a side thing. I'm not going to like quit my job.
I saw you created a new Instagram.
I did. And that's kind of like to keep track of like progress and whatnot. But we'll see. We're just going to take it, like I said, one step at a time, see, you know, if and when I get a certification. And we'll see. We'll go from there.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is like, it is a lot to take in, but you're right. It's kind of like when you're learning a new language. Some people like just sitting down at a computer and having it regurgitate, words at them or whatever. But other people like, I want to immerse myself in it.
Yeah.
You've immersed yourself into TRC culture, and you just
Yep.
hear
Yeah.
customers coming in, customers calling in on the phone, Anthony, Levi walking around talking about whatever detailing stuff is going on. So I think that's really one of the better ways to learn, in my opinion, but I get everybody has their own take on it. So hopefully that's been helpful for you.
It has. I definitely know more now than when I started. So
That's
awesome.
awesome.
We're on a good track.
You're going to be learning more and more and more as we go.
We've been gone a lot, but we're going to, hone in on this.
Yeah.
Guy Hatch, can we pit beadmaker or a ceramic coating on matte stripes of a black Hellcat? Would they get what? Can we put beadmaker or a ceramic coating on matte stripes?
On a
On a matte stripe. Yeah, of a black Hellcat. Would they get glossy? Yes. They will get glossy, but not crazy glossy.
Not as glossy as glossy paint.
Jerry Joseph Morgan, what's your weekly wash routine on your Beamer?
Recently, since I coated my tires, that's been it's made it so much easier to do my regular wash because I just like doing ONR, and that can sometimes be hard with how dirty wheels and tires get, and I don't want to spray a bunch of power clean and get it all on the garage floor and whatnot. So that's actually been really helpful because now it's super easy to clean, and I literally just used ONR with my 350s, and that pretty much takes care of it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, so convenient.
There you go.
That's the answer.
Super Dick Superhero. Why just why? No idea. All right.
Don't know what the response
Hey guys,
for.
is ceramic seal with a 7-year guarantee bull or is it real? So if you mean a ceramic coating with a 7-year warranty that is actually given to you, that you've paid for, and watched them install a ceramic coating on your vehicle, that is not bull.
Those exist. I think he's saying sealant.
Yeah. If you're looking for a ceramic sealant with a 7-year guarantee, I don't believe that. So a ceramic coating is much stronger and has that capability. So
7 years is a long time for something other than a coating to last.
Yeah. So what's the quality difference in fiber from South Korea versus China? Even though they are both 70-30 blends, seems like South Korea is trusted. Somewhat like the talk of the town, similar to Beadmaker. Chase, fun fact, we get all of our 70-30 yarn from South Korea.
Yep.
And we send it to our Chinese factory.
Yeah.
And our
so
Chinese
even
factory
our Chinese towels are made
manufactured
with South Korean
yarn
fiber.
Yep. So one of the reasons to do that. Super Dick Superhero Jack Damington. I'm Mexican, so you will take my burritos.
Okay.
Dude, I'm Mexican too. So if you got some burritos to sell,
I want a burrito.
well, that's cool, man. We'll eat your burritos.
Like tamales.
Yeah,
you
I
name
like
it.
tamales, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Chase Guan. Notice Beadmaker works really well on wood with top coat layer, similar to the table you have. Works great in the living room. You're right, Chase, it does. Milton Suarez. Hey guys, what's the best and girls? What's the best hose for the pressure washer? What do you recommend? Well, Gates rubber hoses are some of the finest
this guy.
hoses. Gates Rubber Company. It's been around for a number of years. Manufactures great things out of rubber. Belts, rubber hoses for your vehicle, as well as your pressure washer. All right, Tom. There's Tom's Kirby Thomas.
Good
Kirby,
Tom.
what's going on, dude? It's Kirby is his first name. So will the Optimum Blue sponge work for light use or was for someone that will use an O&R wash method only occasional use? I want to give the gift kit. The blue sponge is a bit lower priced. You can use it. It's not that great, but you can do it, Kirby. It's fine. We don't sell it. So.
You can, but it's not what we'd recommend. The red was designed to be used with O&R.
Yep. And they have a gold one, too, that's even more expensive.
It costs more because it's actually made from
It's
a
softer.
foam that costs more
It's much softer
to produce. It's truly unique.
Terry, how can you prevent doors from freezing together with the door seals? OptiSeal works great. You can spray OptiSeal in your door jambs and wipe it down. That'll help prevent a lot of frost. That's really cool. Chase gave a friend a new Orange Eagle 500 for his glasses or new phone. He doesn't believe me when discussing the importance of detailing. He doesn't care. Car is just a tool. He says he used to say, F your towels. Yeah, screw that guy. Get him out of here. Don't be friends with him.
Sounds like the car isn't the only thing that's a tool.
Hey, Hans. Oh, Hans, I heard DI water will boost O&R even more. Do you know why? It makes it slicker. So, all right, Tim, scroll to the bottom if that's the last one. Chase Guan noticed it's hard to convince others the importance of detailing when they just don't. Nice. Awesome. Chase, we're on the last one. Noticed it's hard to convince others the importance of detailing when they just don't care. Rolls their eyes, their car's a mess, but they belittle detailing verbally. Fun fact, Dane's own cousin, who is our shipping manager, literally, what does he do?
He doesn't.
He doesn't wash
He
his car.
doesn't.
And what's
You'll go
fun,
back and see old videos of ours where we go, hey, you see this black Kia, Hyundai Accent? It's filthy, right? You look at this thing? Oh, right. That's because it belongs to him.
Yeah, that's his car. So we understand what you're saying. There are people all over that just don't think about that. It's not on their mind. Too many people, drive a clean car or drive a nice car. Car's paid off, but it's dirty, and they want a new car because it's clean. Most of the time, it's just because it's clean. I always recommend to get it detailed at least once a year, just because it makes you appreciate your car, and it makes you go, oh, it's clean. Oh my gosh. And the feeling of like, oh, I need a new car disappears.
It's truly remarkable. You don't think it would work, but once it happens and you're there in person experiencing it, 9 times out of 10, that's the case.
Well, that's what I do. That's why I've kept the Elantra for 13 years.
Oh, I thought that's because it was a high-performance
Well,
machine.
it is, but there are times in my brain where I'm like, oh, man, it'd be cool to just get rid of this and do something else.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say,
but-
there's sometimes in my brain where I go, oh, yeah, it's an Elantra.
No, I never think that. I think about how I could turbo it, how I
Oh.
could pull the running gear out of an Evo and put it all in there.
Put
and then
fake N badges all
Oh,
over it.
man. Did you see the new N stuff?
Yeah.
320 horsepower,
Fun.
naturally aspirated. All right. So, but I clean my car.
Yeah.
And I'd go through it and I fully detail it. And I would do it every 6 months. And it's funny, the feeling disappears.
Mm-hmm.
When you drive in a clean car, it's nice.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I do. So that's try and maybe clean their car for them, Chase, and see. And then have them go like, oh, man, it was really nice to do. I had a gal who didn't know that I could clean a car. She's a friend of mine.
The way it looks is just the way it is.
Yeah, and she was telling her husband, I need a new car. This is so gross. This is disgusting. I can't live in this. And he was like, we don't have the money to buy you a new car right now. So then he called me and said, please, like she's shopping for cars.
Now,
I need help.
I'm going to ask, just because I know the viewers are probably wondering, what must their house look like if that's a question she's asking about the car?
It's funny. Most people have clean houses and dirty cars.
Ah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so there you go. So clean their car for them. Look it up. Kirby, spend more. Yes. What's your favorite paint protection product that's not bead maker or coating? OptiSeal is one of my favorites. Planning to do some stunts together with Cletus and the gang.
You know what?
Nice.
When Anthony and I were hanging out with Tavares, a.k.a. Freddie and Andrew there,
Yeah.
they said that Cletus is a super cool dude and we should talk with him. So
That would be
that
fun.
is definitely something that would be super fun.
Yeah. Terry, thumbs up. Eric Sanchez, haha, I'll get back to you all with the company on-site detailing. The guy said they were from Kansas, Missouri, Nashville, and now in Texas and Colorado. Also, that blank face did seem neutral, Levi. You're right, dude. See? Red Eye Adventures, do you spray anything on your reading glasses, iPad, Navy screens, or computer screen to clean? Yeah, dude, I put bead maker on stuff. Serious.
He does. It really does.
And O&R. I actually use O&R most of the time to clean my glasses.
You clean them with O&R, and then you just seal them in with bead maker.
You know who doesn't clean his glasses?
Mm.
Anthony.
Oh, what? He spends so much time doing
He
cars.
has the dirtiest glasses.
They're gross.
I mean, it looks like he's been eating pizza.
Just
Touching
like
his fingers.
I hope he's still
So,
watching.
Salvador, I had a customer request for an interior exterior detailing for Dodge Durango for $150. Is there a package you have for this type of car and cost? Yeah, dude, I vacuum the interior. I vacuum the upholstery. I take a brush to everything to just give it a good scrub with just a brush. I clean the interior. I wash the outside. And then I'll do a quick clay and a spray wax. That's it. Spray the tires. That's it. Don't do a motor. I'll spray the door jams, but
What
I
did,
just
what did
do a
that
quick
package
interior.
cost at your shop? I know it's relative
About
to your
$150.
location. Yeah, sounds about right.
I've got a car coming in this weekend at my house. I'm only doing the interior and giving it a wash on the outside. And I told the lady could be 150 plus. Because again, folks, I'm at my house detailing for fun. It's not fun if I'm being undercut. So I said it could go up another 100, and she said, okay, 250 is cool.
Yeah.
be honest with your customers and tell them what needs done. So
Honesty is the best policy.
when I apply a layer of wax on the surface of my car paint, I wiped it off soon. Use Sonax Brilliant Shine to apply it. The second paint, is that the way to do it? I don't know, man. Sorry, I'm not the one to answer that. I don't use Sonax Brilliant Shine. I don't have any experience with that product. But basically, yes, that's what you should do. All right, guys, I'm out of here.
All right. That is.
We got a dinner tonight with some folks, so we got to go.
Got to do stuff. All right, guys. Thank you. And have yourselves a good one.
See you next week.
Catch you
Bye.
next time.